What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, I'm feeling amazing. Okay, I'm feeling amazing.
Talk to me.
It's a lot that has to deal with why I'm feeling amazing. You know, first off, shout out to nature. Okay, I'm a plant-based guy. That always keeps me feeling great. So I'm feeling great because of that, first off. But it's a couple of other reasons why yours truly is on one today, okay? I'm scheduled to play golf tomorrow.
Nice. Where you going?
Nevillewood. It's the first time I'm going to play over there. Part of a Steelers alumni charity event. So I'm excited about that because I ain't golfed in about 2.5 weeks. And I've been slacking.
Nevillewood's
okay?
nice, from what I hear.
That's what I've heard. I've heard, but I haven't been there. So I'm excited to get the chance to check that out tomorrow. But more importantly, Deke. You see my sweatshirt I have on today? You see this? I don't know if you noticed. It says James Madison up there.
President, right?
Yeah, or a university. You know, either way, however we want to word it. But this sweatshirt, it says James Madison, and they happen to have a game this weekend.
Coming up?
No, it just happened actually. Yeah. A lot of people were saying that this was supposed to be like the big test.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be a test because I'm trying to think. We won the first, week 1, Middle Tennessee State. You might have heard of them. They had a big win this weekend
I've never heard
as
of
well.
them, I'll be honest.
Yeah, they beat one of your ACC teams actually.
Really?
Miami. You ain't got many ACC
Wait,
teams that's ranked.
Is that the team that beat Miami this week? I kept seeing it on the bottom ticker. Miami's losing
team,
it. I was getting pissed.
Listen,
because I need Miami to be a higher ranked whenever Pitt plays.
The team that beat Miami in Miami was the team that we put 44 on, and we could have put 60 on. And when I came in here after I called that game, what did I say? I said, bro, I really don't know how good we are because I thought that was going to be a test, and it really wasn't. The second week, we played Norfolk State. We've agreed to a running clock mid-game because the score was that outlandish. So once again, going into this weekend, I'm really like, bro, I don't know how good we truly are. We were going to face that team called App State. You might have heard of them. They beat Texas A&M, went down to the wire with UNC, was at 40 points unanswered, just came back, had the crazy Hail Mary ending versus Troy, and had college game day there and all this other stuff. Welcome in the JMU Dukes for their first official Sun Belt game. So, I did see a lot of teams getting picked to win. We weren't one of those teams. But
did anyone? Did anyone?
Actually, no one did. Outside of JMU fans, and even not all of them picked them to win
on the mainstream.
Oh no!
ESPN.
Because McAfee was the one. It was beautiful. He was a part of the college game day, and they had like all the different pictures up there of all these different people.
Wait, game day was at App State.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to explain to you, bro. This was significant.
I was watching game day. What?
Listen, everybody. Hey, everything was app, bro. Everything was. Until it wasn't. Until we had to go down there and have a little fun. Let the Duke dog go down there on that little mountain. Like I said, I only respect the Mountaineers in West Virginia. I don't respect them App State Mountaineers. Just throwing it out there, baby. But it felt great. So that's the biggest reason why I feel so nice today with my purple. Did you wear? Where's your purple at? That's purplish. That'll work today. That's purplish, because you got to start wearing purple right now because it's JMU time, baby. And we got that dope. Hey, Deke, we actually are receiving votes for the first time in program history as a full-time FBS member. It only took us 3 weeks, but we got votes in both polls, the AP and the coaches. More votes in the coaches poll because they know what they seeing. AP was trying to hate on us, but either way, we actually got votes, man. I understand the excitement that you have been having over these past couple of years. I didn't realize it was going to be this fast for us. 3 games. Come on, man. I don't even know. I don't know how good we are. I mean, App State, everybody love App State. They supposed to be dope. Middle Tennessee, they just did what they did, and we beat both of them. Victory formation on top of that. And low-key, we spotted App State 14 because we fumbled the ball twice in our own red zone. I'm just throwing that out there.
I saw the score on the bottom of the
I'm just saying, Deke.
Throughout middle of the day Saturday.
I'm saying, Deke. I don't know.
28-3?
It was 28-3 at one point, absolutely. And that was when we
whole
fumbled.
Patriots-Falcons score?
Literally, that was after we fumbled twice. And they had a really good drive, but 2 of them drives, it was like, bro, we fumbled on our own, 15, 20-yard line. It took them everything to get in. It wasn't even like they just scored. So even with that, in the midst of it, it was like, I still like us. But obviously, it
We
was
just-
like,
you
we
screwed yourself over.
And it felt more like that. It was kind of like, dang, we beat ourselves more than them beating us.
Kind of like the Steelers Patriots game.
Exactly like that. Difference was in the third quarter, we actually did start to connect more. And then after that, it was just over. They ain't really want
So
to do nothing.
your QB's better than Mitch.
Well, Tyson Tejo is a really good quarterback. Shout out to the young transfer from Colorado State, which is Peasy's alma mater, you know. But, hey, man, if down the line the Steelers are looking for a potential dual threat quarterback since Chris Oladukin is no longer on the roster, then, you know, Tyson Tejo wouldn't be a bad idea to just take a flyer on. It wouldn't hurt.
Where's he at stat-wise amongst the NCAA? Because didn't he
I have
tear it
not
up
looked.
week
Yeah,
one?
yeah, he's been killing it. Yeah, the game that hurt him was last week because he only played like 2 quarters, and they just like put everybody out. Yeah,
Well, they need to start thinking about stat padding.
Is that a thing? That's the thing? Because, you know, at JMU, we're so accustomed
I feel
to
like it's just good for the program because if you can actually get his name in the Heisman mix, dark horse for Heisman, who knows, is maybe even
see what you
someone
mean.
that gets votes, maybe
I see what
can
you
get
mean.
up to New York.
Okay.
That's big for the program.
Okay.
I got to experience it last year with Pickett.
Okay. So well, I'll send the message. You know, I actually know some people out there. I can send that message. Hey, man, keep the young
Yeah,
boy.
if you're
in.
already talking about them receiving votes too.
Yeah, in both polls, it was a big deal. For the first time in program history as a full-time FBS participant.
Where are they at? Is it like 30 in the middle-ish range where they're receiving votes?
Um,
Or are you actually really close to 25?
I didn't look that far. I'm not gonna lie, because it's the first time I've actually having to like pay attention to that poll. So it was kind of like, okay, I see we got this many votes in this poll, that many votes in that poll, and I just kind of left it at that. I haven't really like looked into it because, hey, man, I figured top 25 was gonna take some time.
So App State was
Yeah.
considered the top dog on the schedule, right?
I guess.
Who's next?
Well, we still.
Who's the next big game?
I'd have to look. Because this was the one that everybody was hyped on, and I'm not the type of person that's going to move on from this. No, we're going to enjoy this one. I like to live in the present. I'll worry about the future later. So when Wednesday hits, then we can start talking about who they got next. But right now, we're still on the front side of this thing. Yeah, we ain't rushing that. No, baby. We worry about next week. Right now, we just knocked off App State, who everybody was, loving on. And it feels good. That's why I got the purple on. So without further ado, all my JMU fans out there, go Dukes. All right, if you don't got purple on, put that purple on. And if you're talking about Baltimore purple, don't get it confused. This is JMU purple, okay? We don't fraternize with that nasty, disgusting, underwhelming Baltimore purple, okay? Don't get it twisted. This is JMU purple. This is something we could all get behind right there. Okay, so go Dukes, okay? But with that being said, man, let us know where you are tuning in from, and we will give you the big boy shout-outs, JMU style, today like we always do, baby. Let's go. Hey, Deke, you know what? Barilla 92 brought up a good point. After that game, I pulled a U. I didn't record it, but I had that App State pack in there. You thought the Jason mask was just, you know what I'm saying? Had to lift the mask up real quick and have a little bit of fun. We was on that App State pack though, baby. Just know the App State pack was in the air. It was in the air, Deke, and it was extra loud. The volume was up. Wife was in the front. She said, "Babe, I'm all the way over here, and I got what you do." Babe, it's the App State pack. All right, it hit a little different. Okay, they laced it with some college game day in that thing. Okay, but I felt like you. I was really happy. I wanted to record, but I was like, that might be a little bit too aggressive for my brand right now.
You have permission.
Maybe in a couple of years I'll get there, but right now I was like, it's a little too aggressive for me to throw the pack up like that on camera. So I kept it to myself. But just know, Deke, we was together.
Can I talk about these polls real quick?
Man, I need to hear it, man. Talk.
Because I think they still have Pitt ranked at 24.
I did see that. Yeah.
Somehow, some way, with all these other teams losing left and right. Our only loss is after we lost our starting quarterback in the second half against Tennessee. The team that just beat Florida is going to be ranked in the top 10.
Oh, yeah.
That's our only loss. And it went to overtime with our backup.
With the backup.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Can we move up some spots? Or maybe not get dropped off so drastically? It's insane. Pitt's a good team. I actually think Pitt's a really good team. I think they could beat pretty much anyone.
Well, is nobody else on their schedule regular season wise that they should lose to?
Well, NC State I think is on it. They're ranked in the top 10, and I think we also have Syracuse. They're actually starting to make their way up into the top 25.
See, you buying the Syracuse? I don't.
No,
really
I'm not.
buy
I
them
think
like that.
I'm just saying Pitt could beat all those teams.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that are going to be more highlighted though as the season goes on. But
Okay.
I really think Pitt's that good. Slovis. He ain't Pickett, man. He still ain't Pickett, but he's a lot better than whatever our backups are.
Yeah.
He's the Kirk Cousins of college football.
Fair enough. That works. Kirk
Without him,
you saw Kirk came back, man. Kirk had a nice come from behind win last week. Yesterday, man.
I had some money on the lines actually.
Oh, that's all right, man. I lost money yesterday too. We ain't tripping. It happens. It's a good one though, man. I'm excited, man. It's a good slate. We're gonna chop up all those because it was actually a good slate of games yesterday, man. So I was definitely excited.
Yeah, wild. It was actually wild with everything that happened.
No, absolutely. So let's see, man, where these people are tuning in from so we can get in that love. Oh, I'll start with Shoddy Bills because he tuned in from the 716 and he says he's the #1 Bills supporter. Go Bills, Bills Mafia in all caps is what he put. I just want to let you know that's what Shoddy Bills said. Okay, 716, #1 Bills supporter, Bills Mafia. Let's ride. That's what it said. So shout out to Shoddy Bills on that one. Then we also had Elijah tuning in from Florida, aka Florida, and Juan Jar Devil tuning in from 310, San Pedro, California, and Jay Flame, the 330, Warren, Ohio, in the building. I'm sorry, Deke. I was going to pass it back to you, but let me take off for a little bit. Can I go for a little bit, man? Come on, man. It's the JMU and me coming out, baby. The Brobarian. Now, you know I got to talk to you, man. You 757 already love that. But the Old Dominion, the crib, that's ODU. That's actually where my daddy went to school, too, man. So big love for you on that. But that's where it stops because, you know, JMU. Anytime we see y'all boys, you know what time it is, okay? Just throwing that out there. Bart Basquiat, you know we got love for him. The 805,000 Oaks, California, and girls like the 757 Hampton, Virginia. You know Hampton is not that far from JMU. And you know JMU is the team that wears purple that just beat App State on the road and is receiving votes. Just in case you ain't know that, Deke, all right?
Wasn't familiar.
Yeah. But now you know. Now you know, man. You know? It happens a lot, though, bro.
What?
Us not getting respect at times.
Who?
JMU. Pittsburgh too, man. I see a lot of similarities, you know, a lot of history, you know, dominance, overachieving, underachieving at times too. But as a whole, stability. As a whole, just the gold standard for programs. That's what I'm saying, man. Did I also tell you this, Deke? Hold on. Did I also tell you?
Same level.
Deke, did I also tell you that what JMU is doing right now is unprecedented in the sense of, in the history of teams that have made the jump from FCS to FBS, within those first 2 years, no team outside of JMU has had a full FBS conference schedule. That's what we're doing right now. Most teams, they wait till they get the 2 years of transition and the recruits, building up their roster and all that stuff. We said, nah.
So you're saying their out-of-conference games
Absolutely.
aren't the D2 or the FCS, anything like that?
We playing the big boys. We like, yo, we want Coast. We want all these teams. Like, that's what we're on right now, Deke, just to give you more context.
They're trying to build the program.
Just give you more context. You know, I'm sure we might have stole the recruit or two. You know, they had a big recruit weekend down there. Of course, right? Of course. We take some of them dudes. Because now we into that game. You know, now we into the recruit game. Now we into, hey, what's your portal game looking like? You want to come over here, put that purple on you, man.
You might have to get hired by JMU or something.
I mean, technically, am I never not in play by JMU? Technically,
I'm saying in terms of a special role, a recruiting role, even.
I mean, technically, I've already been a part of that as well. For all the Dukes that committed to this year's class, they received a special video from yours truly, letting them know that, hey, welcome to the family. You are committed now. Or no, excuse me, I wasn't committed for the offers once we were officially offering. You know what I mean? So we are part of the family in certain elements. You know what I'm saying?
You need to do more. You need to take the dudes out to eat.
Now,
take them around.
See, come on now.
Show them all the good spots.
Now you trying to have me hosting. I don't host nobody. Okay, we ain't doing that. All right.
You need the personal feel. COVID's over, so you need more in-person interaction.
I'm good on that. I don't need in-person. I'm a virtual guy.
You're a good salesman too. I really think you can make a solid
pitch.
But
I sell from virtual. I'm a virtual sales guy. You know.
Okay.
I don't need to be in person. No. Let me hit you virtually. I'm gonna give you everything you need video wise. But yeah, I'm a, you know me. I'm a homebody. Just keep me in my bubble. Yeah. You're in the bubble. See that you get invite. You're over here daily.
Yeah.
You know. So it's all good, man.
It's nice here. I'll say a few. Rod Dulles, 330, Youngstown, Ohio.
Let's go.
Baby.
Let's go.
Richard Arbizo, 310, Carson, California. Shout out to the taco meat.
Absolutely, man. I see the taco meat out there percolating, looking nice.
Yeah, thank you.
It looked like it was a victory weekend for you, man. You seen them JMU Dukes get that dub too? Heck yeah, man. Yeah.
It was a weird weekend, dude. Weekend.
How much you lose this weekend? You lose anything?
Money-wise?
Yeah, you ain't lose nothing this weekend, right?
No.
Because Pitt won.
You know what? I wasn't able to put a bet in on Pitt before I went up to Ohio.
Oh, crossing state, yeah. Because you went to Dayton afterwards, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I put that bet in on the Lions before I left. One of my buddies, he does some gambling for a living. Like, he's really locked in. He's like, I really feel good about the Lions this week. Spread, also a little bit money line, and also hitting the over. And the over and the money line for the Lions didn't hit, but I did still get the spread. So it was hedged a little bit. But, yeah, I wasn't able to put anything on Pitt. I was trying to before Saturday, but as I'm trying to log in, it's like it's not legal yet in Ohio. They just made it legal, but the whole process hasn't taken place, and I don't think it will until 2023. So that was unfortunate.
Yeah.
But that Pitt game, it's cool, man. It's Rhode Island. We were favored by like 35 points. So.
Y'all covered, though?
No, they didn't.
Y'all didn't cover? I thought y'all covered.
No. There was something funny that happened at the end of the game. The kicker, he was pissed because one of the dudes on Rhode Island hit him with like an unnecessary roughness on one of our extra points. He takes it on himself to do an onside kick. This wasn't called.
I did see the onside
he
kick. He
just recovered it himself.
Yeah, because when I think I saw McAfee tweeting about it, and I thought it was Narduzzi. I was like, man, Narduzzi, we trying to prove a point versus these guys, man.
Narduzzi reamed him out.
Yeah, I had no clue, but I thought that was the case. Yeah, that's funny. Yo, what? He just said I would do it on my own. That's pretty funny, man.
So it's cool. Pitt did what they had to do,
yeah.
But I would have liked another victory from Pittsburgh football over this weekend. Extended weekend, I guess, because it was a Thursday night game.
I could dig it, man. I could dig it.
Because I usually pull out the packs for the bigger games with Pitt. Yeah. I just need to feel something.
I could dig it, man.
Even though it was Rhode Island.
See,
I need to feel something.
This App State game, it moved my needle. This was one of the ones where I had a busy Saturday, had to go do an appearance, had my son's game, and this was the first time in a while where I was like, all right, Gray. Your game is ending at 3. Your game is ending at 3:15. This kickoff starts at 3:30. Y'all ain't gonna be able to sit around and talk to your friends after this game, okay? I don't care what your coach got to say. No, you not on snack duty this weekend, okay? You gotta go. That was my energy. I felt bad for a little bit, but then I'm like, no, because that's what all 1A fans do. You know, when it's like a big game, I see the band fans, they be with their phones out there. I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, I was watching on YouTube TV.
So I ain't feel guilty about it because I was like, we on ESPN Plus. I ain't got to work hard for mine. I could just ESPN app. You know what I mean? Shout out to JB for that. But yeah, man, that's how I felt. So it was a vibe, but that was my energy. I was like, we gotta have this one, man. Yeah.
I'll go 3 more. Mr. Jashim, Rochester, NY, 585.
Let's go.
Jose Figueroa, JFig, 254. Trevor Ward, 319, Sayre, PA.
Let's get it.
And I'll do 2 more. Travis Wright, hello from 304 Clarksburg, West Virginia.
I like it.
Hannibal 090 770 ATO by the way of the 804, aka the crib.
Hey, shout out to that then, man. Shout out. All right, so what we'll do is this then, man. We're about to hit those supers, but before we do that, we are going to pay a bill. But before I pay that bill, make sure y'all like this vid, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and hit that notification bell as well. All right. Now, Deke, did you know that today's show is brought to you by DraftKings? You know, the leaders, you know, in terms of being safe, secure, and reliable when you talk about sports betting, the sportsbook game, they are numero uno, okay? But more importantly, Deke, we know that football season is here, whether we're talking college or professionally, and there's always action, man. There's always upsets happening, but there's also, you know, people covering and all that good stuff. So what better way to, you know, watch some of that and to feel a part of some of that than to put in a little, you know, moolah on the line. But we got something dope for all those first-time people, you know, because we all had to start out at some point in time hopping into the sports betting game. So with that being the case, for all the first-timers out there, when you download that DraftKings Sportsbook app, make sure you use the promo code Moats. So when you do that, Deke, all they got to do is this, man. Use the promo code Moats. They're going to put $5 down on whatever their first bet is, right? Whatever that first one is. But then as soon as you do that, you're getting $200 in free bets. $200 in free bets. That's essentially free money, man.
Sounds like an amazing deal.
I mean, dude, how can you not like that? You're going to be winning because you're going to be winning or having a chance to win. And then you're going to spin the block and have a chance to win some more. To me, man, that sounds like a win-win to me. Sounds like a good situation, okay? So with that being said, man, you definitely want to check them out. Download the app, but more importantly, use that promo code NDEEK. I would be remiss. I would. If I didn't talk about the other side of this thing, Deke. Because we know not everybody can just have a good time. Some people overdo it.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody can weather the bad times.
It's all about balance.
You got to have that balance, right? The circle of life, some people might call it. Okay? But either way, if you or someone you know has a gambling problem, they might need crisis counseling or referral services. You see us a number right there for my New Yorkers that you can call or you can text. But for the rest of y'all, it's a little number you can dial. And it's 1-800-GAMBLER. I said 1-800-GAMBLER. I said that if you need them services, you better call. Oh, Lord. I say you better call. You better call 1-800-GAMBLER. Gambler, oh, gambler. I say you better call him. Gambler, huh? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Now back to regularly scheduled programming. All right. You good, man? Are you good? Are you good, man?
That was excellent.
You sure? You good? I'm chilling.
That was excellent.
I don't know what's going on, bro. Everybody good? Was
Yeah.
that was y'all looking for? That old thing? Take him to church one time? Was that churchy enough?
I think that was the best one.
Did I take y'all back to where we needed to go?
I think that was perfect.
Okay. Is it time to pass the offering tray around? You know? Are we there? Are we to that part of the service yet? I was trying to take us there.
Well, it depends.
Okay. Was it altar call time? Or we don't want
to send the offering basket to any that have gambling problems. That's the thing.
You're right. But if they're winning a lot, maybe they're contributing too. You know what I mean? I didn't know we was going to altar call, we was going to hook and shout. You know what I'm saying? Either way, we was ready, man. I was ready if you was ready. Okay? It's all because you prayed that one time, bro. Now this came into the church podcast. You know what I mean? You closed it out with prayer. They thought we was going DMX. We really went Carson Pierce on y'all, man. We took it to old Pentecostal on y'all now, man. So, you know, it's part of it, bro. It's part of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
I don't have much more to say. That was excellent. I'm actually speechless. It was really good.
If y'all could see Deke face behind this screen. Oh, man. He was working. He was holding it down, though.
I was entertained.
He was holding it down, man. He was holding it down. But yeah. So yeah, if you're ready, I'm ready. We can get to these supers, man. Start this thing off, man.
That works for me.
Yeah, because for those that don't know today, man, we are going to be discussing, man, some of the week 3 NFL action, man. Obviously, what happened in the AFC North. Got to talk about that. Just checking on the standings. TG will be joining us at 5:30 as well, man, to give us his thoughts on this quarterback situation, the state of the Steelers, and if we should be pushing the panic button. Since last time, he said that we shouldn't have pushed the panic button, but this was the must win, so I was kind of confused.
And Mitch probably played his best game.
Yeah, so it's like, are we pushing panic buttons? Are we switching? Like, what we doing? So I need to hear from him. But then we also going to open up the phone lines to you guys. And I'm excited about this one today, Deke. You saw how excited I was when you walked in here. I was like, yo, Deke, check this idea out, man.
You had an amazing idea.
It was like, yeah, we wanted to let you guys voice your opinion, right? In the sense of a couple of questions. Number one, who would you start against the New York Jets at quarterback? And then after you make your case, we also want to hear you make a case for the guy that you would start. In the sense of, all right, you might say, hey, I want to start Mitch this week just because Coach Thomas said it, so I'm going to roll with it. All right, cool. But hey, Deke, if you were going to be starting, man, who would you start? If you was the decision maker, you might say Kenny Pickett. And I want to hear why. For the most people, I want to hear why.
From week 1 for me.
Yeah, but we're going to give y'all a chance because you always hear our opinion on it, but we want to hear y'all opinion on this thing, man. So that's what we're going to be on today, man. So definitely stay tuned for that as well. But without further ado, man, let's get it rolling.
Corey Hewins. My girlfriend got me tickets to the Steelers versus Bengals game and paid for the hotel. We've only been dating for a year. What are some of the must stops in Pittsburgh?
Yo, let's go. That's dope. First off, man, shout out to the girlfriend. Mm-hmm. That's a major move, man. That's major. She's trying to let you know that she really likes you. That's what it sounds like.
Okay, so I don't know where he's coming in from. Not that it matters.
You know the major stops. Come on, man. Run them off.
From Annie's?
Uh-huh.
Strip district?
Uh-huh.
Even though I've barely ever been down in the strip district.
That's because you live here, though.
Yeah.
You know how it is. This is like when I lived in Buffalo, I never went to Niagara Falls. But every time somebody came to visit me, you know what they wanted to do? Go to Niagara Falls.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So, including sightseeing, you can do the whole Mount Washington.
But so you know you got to ride the incline, baby.
Yeah, just North Shore around where the stadium's cool. There's a bunch of bars. There's a whole strip of bars down there.
And depending on what age group you are or what you're looking to get into, North Shore is a little bit more older crowd. South Side's a little bit more younger crowd.
Not as rowdy.
Yeah, North Shore, which is near the stadium, you probably won't get stabbed or shot. South Side,
getting bad, huh?
You might need to be ready to get stabbed or shot potentially. It's not slandering it. I'm just being real with you, Deke. You know, I'm just being real. It's it's just one you got to have your head on the swivel. One you could be a little bit more chill. You bring your girlfriend. I don't know the age group, but with your lady friend, you might want to chill on North Shore.
Yeah, I've heard Southside's been getting bad.
Yeah, Southside a little rowdy at times, man.
It's always been a little bit more on the jankier side, but
always.
I'd say within the last 2 or 3 years, that's all I'm hearing from people that are down south. It's like it's getting bad.
It's getting bad, bro.
Like people are trying to move out of there.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the spots. And enjoy the game. Do a nice tailgate before.
Bro, y'all are wild in the chat too. I see I just caught on what was going on when we were talking about, him and his girlfriend, and people were talking about, things that he should do. And I saw groceries, and I'm thinking to myself, oh man, wifey did go to Giant Eagle earlier today. And I'm like, they are not talking about those groceries, bro. Yes. All right. Y'all are on one, man. Y'all are wild. Let's go, man. Continue.
Jacob Alessia.
Yes, y'all are wild.
Miracle Monday. Peace and prayers to all.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it, man. Hey, shout out to Mitch.
Yeah. Austin Gow. Glad I could catch y'all again. And last time, y'all got my last name wrong. It's pronounced Goff. Okay.
And you pronounced it wrong again when you just said it, huh? So, yeah, shout
Austin
out.
Goff.
I was going to say Austin Goff anyways, because, I knew your name was Goff, personally. I don't know what he was on, but I knew your last name was Austin Goff, bro.
Love y'all and the great takes as always. Thank you.
Nah, I appreciate you, man, from the heart.
Richard Arbizo, just caught my new pod merch. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Oh, salute, man. Appreciate you. And shout out to the people that have already checked out the video. Yeah, just me and the fan, man. Dropped the vid, showing off some of the new merch, talking about it, getting a little product review. That's what YouTubers be doing and stuff like that. That's why I be, checking out. But yeah, man. So for those that don't know, man, make sure you check it out, man. Make want to copy something, man. It's some nice gear that just dropped, man. All type of stuff.
Jake Alessia, I feel like we're coming together little by little. I don't know if he's talking about the world or if he's talking about the Steelers, but
maybe all together.
Yeah,
could be a group effort.
I feel like you're always trying to get better, no matter what.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Troy Mason Jr. I think we dropped the ball with Claypool. He would have been an unstoppable tight end. What do you think?
I mean, of course he'd be an unstoppable tight end, but at the same time, I don't think that him being an unstoppable receiver is off the table either.
Right.
Like last game, I mean, he did do some positive things. You can see his development as well. I just think that he just is a little different. Because of how hot he started, I think it set the expectations crazy high. And then after that kind of year two not being what we thought it was going to be, it kind of changed everybody's perspective on him in a sense. But no, I still think a lot of that's still on the table for him in terms of what he's capable of, because he's still a heck of a player in terms of size, speed, can catch. You know what I mean? Like, obviously he's not the hands catcher that a George Pickens is, or even as athletic as a George Pickens is, but he's still can be a really good receiver in this league. Yeah.
I'm with you on that. I get what he's saying. Like, I wouldn't mind moving Claypool to tight end because it'd be a huge mismatch, but I think he could just still be a huge mismatch with
as a receiver. Yeah, because I even think of like a Cordell
we just
Patterson.
Got to feature him more, and now especially since we got Freiermuth too, I feel like it'd be just overkill.
Yeah, because I think of like Cordell Patterson, and I'm like, he's the guy that was decent at receiver, but as a better guy as a utility player, right? Running back, featuring him, letting him get some of those mismatches. I don't think Chase needs to move to be a top-notch player, though. You know what I mean? Whereas like with Cordero, it was like, yo, he's just not going to be able to do it full-time as a receiver, so you got to move him. I don't look at...
he's still doing good, too.
Yeah,
I thought last year was going to be the outlier, but he's still killing it.
Yeah, but to me, I don't think that you got to move Chase for him to have that type of impact. I think he can still do that as a receiver.
Right. Damon Brown. Shout out to JMU. I hate App State. I played at
Georgia Southern.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're our rivals. Great win.
Yeah, let's
go,
go,
See you in
man.
the Berg for the Jets game.
No,
Shout
salute.
out to Trina.
Absolutely. Salute, man. So, yeah, man, look, I'll be seeing you again, man, because, the interview will be taking place like it always is. I don't know who I'm interviewing just yet, but once I figure that out, I'll let you guys know. But, yeah, man, we'll be out that thing, man, pull up in these streets. Shout out to Damon. Yeah. I like the fact that he don't like App State either. Because, see, I've had beef at App State for a while, but that's like from my playing days, you know? They just snuck out of some stadiums because of us. You know how that goes. You know exactly
What's
how
your
that
record
goes.
against them?
2-2.
Okay.
But it should be 3-1 realistically. We've like literally had one where this is the first time we played them actually. The game is essentially like they were up. It was kind of back and forth, but they're up. It's like a minute left in the game. We're marching. They're up 2, so we're just getting in field goal position. And it's second down. We're on about the 20-yard line. All of us on the sideline are like, Coach, man, you can go ahead and kick this thing. We up out this stadium. We not tripping. But it was a little personal for him as well. And he wanted to run it down their throats. It was just the words that he said to us that I can share. We go to run the ball. My classmate he came in a year under me, excuse me on that. But he's a young redshirt freshman. He gets this ball. And he proceeds to do what happened when we played the Cincinnati Bengals in the playoffs. You know, when Shazier did the whole pulley ball pop out situation. Yeah, and that's how we lost to him, Deke.
Damn.
So you can only imagine how that gentleman felt for 4 years after that. And it was like, yo, we don't mean for it to be like that. But at that time, it was one of them ones where it was like, bro, this is one of the biggest moments. And it was in the playoffs, too. You catch my drift?
More mad at the coach or the guy that fumbled?
Unfortunately, both, but really the fumbler because he was.
You were
control.
kind of on that coach energy, huh?
Yeah, dude. I'm like, bro, you can't. I don't care what you do, you can't let go of that ball. So ever since then, and that was like one of the first times in my playing career where I looked at my folks and was like, look, I'm not getting on this bus with this kid. If he's up, I'll walk back. Like that's the first time I've ever went there with it, bro. It was bad. It was bad. I was not a good teammate that day. I was not. I've grown a lot since then. I've grown a lot since then. That was not a good day for me. Okay, I'm just throwing it out. That was not my finest hour. All right, that was young Arthur. I was about 19 and a half. It was young Arthur. It was not a good situation, man. With the braids, you don't want Arthur with the braids. With the braids, that's that one. That bobblehead, that's not the good one. You want the close cut one. That was So. Different context, but yes, I've grown a lot since then. Everything is well since then. But yeah, it was not a good day. So ever since that moment, man, I've always had smoke with App State, bro. Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
Austin Goff. And what do y'all think of my close friend, Trey Henderson, the RB from Ohio State? He's good.
I would agree. How good, though?
Well, let's see how the rest of the season plays out.
That's my only part, man. I'd be like, yo, they always look like that. I need to wait till like December, man. But
he's great. I think he's probably going to be like a top 3 round running back.
Okay, so he's in the top 3. Okay, I was wondering like
top 3 rounds.
To what level of good? Like, are we talking like Heisman finalists? Are we talking first round? Like, that's what I was saying.
I don't know enough about Ohio State or him. I just know he's a really good running back. Yeah. And he's playing really well this year.
Yeah.
That's about it. Mm-hmm. Samurai Finn. Michael Penix Jr. out of UW is winning the Heisman. UW who? Washington or Wyoming?
Yeah, because Wisconsin is they UW too, right?
Yeah, I guess Wisconsin as well. I don't know who this is.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure.
Should he be winning the Heisman?
Let's find him out, man. Let's check him out. What's his name?
To be fair, just like the whole Ohio State question, I don't know too much going on outside of Pitt right now.
They're saying he's good, and everyone is noticing, though.
At least in terms of like the Heisman, who the top players are, because I know what's going on in terms of the whole college football landscape, who's losing, the upsets, all that.
But those specific,
it is the Washington Huskies.
Okay.
Let me go over stats real quick for the year. Let me know if your JMU quarterback has better stats than this.
Okay, let me hear it, man.
Okay, so he is leading the league in passing yards, almost 1,400, 12 touchdowns, tied for 8th. Only 1 interception, a QBR of 82.6, which is 17th.
Check my dude, man. We can't be too far off of that.
Let's see if he's got any rushing stats. Okay, so he actually spent his first 4 years with Indiana.
I'm going to try and pull my homie up. Hold on.
He's got a whole Russell Wilson situation where I think this is some type of graduate transfer.
Oh, don't worry. My JMU guy doing the same thing. You know,
really?
he in his third school. Come on, bro. Don't trip.
Really?
Don't you do that. Don't you frown upon the multiple transfer people. Okay. Don't you do that.
No
don't you do that.
No rushing stats. Only 26 yards on the ground.
All right. So let me see what the JMU cat got. All right. Where are we?
He's somehow considered a junior. COVID season, probably.
Oh, the COVID season hooked up a lot of people, though, if you're keeping it real. All right, so let's see. My JMU guy, 656 passing, 11 touchdowns, 0 picks. Then he has another 200 on the ground, tutty. Okay. So half of the yardage, but on par with the touchdowns, right. No pick. And he has the rushing yards as well. No, I like it, though, man. I like it.
How many games?
3.
Yeah, we're at
3 games right now.
Yeah, you might be at 4.
Yeah, we're at 3. But I tell you, man, the one that hurt us is
they're at 4 games there.
Yeah,
so he might be able to get up into like the 900 range.
But
more touchdowns.
But like we talked about earlier, and I don't think we're gonna have too many more of these situations. But the Norfolk State one where it's like you only playing 2 quarters. That's the other part. So
that killed him.
Yeah, in a sense. But he's still. We'll see what it looks like, man. This is uncharted territory for us. So I don't even know like what to make of this just yet. just let me figure this thing out. All right. I'm still just happy about getting votes. All right. Because I was not anticipating that happening this year. We were like, it's going to be a decent year. It'll be a good year. If we're middle of the pack for the transition before we get our roster fully turned over, cool. But right now, it's like, nah. We looking like we trying to make a little noise. So we'll see.
I ain't even going to front. I'm probably going to lose my shit if somehow JMU jumps Pitt. Like, if JMU keeps winning games and being undefeated, and our only loss is that Tennessee game, and somehow JMU jumps us, I'm going to be pissed. I'm not even going to front.
I think you'll be fine. We're just taking it 1 week at a time, bro. Okay.
Just happy to be here.
We're just happy to be here. We're the
I mean, typically that's how it is for Pitt. It's like I'm just happy with the double-digit win season, or just having a winning season.
Listen. We're that kid that was out at that school in the middle of nowhere, beating up on everybody, and nobody knew how good they were, and they transferred to the big city school, and now we got into a first couple fisticuffs, and we was like, oh, we done beat him, and we whooped him. Oh, that was the bully. We smashed him too. So now we just trying to figure out, all right, are we actually cool? Or, is this, something that we're going to have to prove on a, multiple time basis? That's what we're trying to figure out right now. But so far, we're off to a good start. So far. But it's uncharted territory. We ain't been up to the second or third floor. Well, actually, we were just on the second floor. It's essentially Sunbelt. I mean, the way they talk about App State, I guess we was on the second floor. We was up there with the big dogs. So we'll see. We'll see, man.
Christian Manzi. Kenny should start.
Hey, shout out to Mike Hood, by the way, too.
Maybe if TJ is here, it'd be different. Need a spark.
You did an amazing job reading that.
That was like hieroglyphics.
Bro, what? Amazing job. I looked down. I was like, yo, am I tripping? What am I looking at? Yeah.
I like what he said.
All right. I'm with it, man. All right. I like it.
Troy Mason Jr. I fear the sauce, LOL. He is real, bro. Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, he I haven't watched. I gotta go back and rewatch everything, but I know he had a good little matchup, man. He had some plays.
Yeah, against Jamar Chase.
Yeah, but I'll just leave it at yeah. I'll leave it at that.
I was watching Red Zone yesterday. They did show a handful of Gardner making some really good plays. You got to give him props.
Absolutely.
Google East. PSU in the top 11. We coming for the top 10. Hashtag we are. I get out of here with this crap.
No, Penn State about to find out what's up, though, because they got, was it Ohio State? They got like 3 or 4. No, it's Michigan. It's somebody else in between that, and then Ohio State. It's like 3 weeks in a row. They're going through like a little gauntlet.
That's 2 teams in the top 5 right there.
Yeah, so we're going to find out about them. But it's definitely their next 3 to 4 weeks. They got like mad ranked opponents. So, yeah, we're definitely going to see how good or not good they are.
For my sake, I hope it's somehow some type of split. Like maybe Penn State could beat Michigan, but then they lose to Ohio State. And
now, why is that?
I need teams to lose so Pitt can move up. I need more teams with at least 1 loss.
This is interesting. So you're rooting for the split versus just one team running it. Like versus a Penn State beating all those teams.
If it's, let me put it to you this way: if there's 3 teams that are undefeated and the powerhouses or whatnot, I'm fine with that. I need Pitt to just at least get that 4th spot.
Fair enough. Okay.
So if it is the whole
so it needs
splitting
to be muddied
scenario,
up, though. If it's muddied up, then you got to change. I see what you mean.
If Bama wins out, like that doesn't matter. Like that type of stuff, fine. As long as you guys just stay undefeated the whole way, cool. Take out the other teams that are from like the 4 spot to the 10. 11, 12, those type of teams. Get them out of there.
So then would it kill you if there were no undefeated teams then?
It might. It might.
Because that's the part I was thinking about as well. Like if Bama gets a loss or Ohio State gets a loss.
It might. Because, they're going to
that's what I'm saying.
Anyway,
they're going to put one of them.
As long as they win the Big Ten or the SEC.
Okay.
So that could screw us. But I do think if we went out, we beat Clemson in the ACC Championship. Now, we need Clemson to keep winning too, which they have been. They barely beat Wake Forest.
Yeah.
If they just keep winning out, they're in the top 5 or 6, and we could have that one-loss record heading into the final championship and beat Clemson. I think we got a chance. Now, I do think we do need some help. It's almost like last year before we lost to Miami. If we would have went undefeated, I think we would have had a decent chance. I think they had us in like the top 15 or 10% of like having an actual shot at the national championship. But then we lost to Miami, and that was over because then we had 2 losses.
Right.
So we just need some help. We need to keep winning, and I think we actually are a really good team. I think, especially Clemson. I think Clemson's down this year again.
I would agree. They can't stop anybody right now, man.
Yeah,
they were scoring though. DJ actually looked decent, but
I know,
they can't stop anybody, man. Yeah, because that quarterback threw for like 6 touchdowns against them, dude.
Hardman.
Yeah, he was going off, man.
Jalen Johnson, guys. I think we need to pull a 2019 and trade for a star corner or DT. We don't have a number 1 at either of those, in my opinion, and it's showing.
Well, yeah, I know some of the stats have been circulating about Kello in terms of like just what he's allowed and stuff like that. So I get that part of it, but I also take into context some of the matchups he's had as well. Amari Cooper and Jamar Chase, those are not easy guys to defend one-on-one or in any capacity. So that's also a part of it. In terms of the D tackle part, I don't think you make that move this year. I still think you're fine with Tyson. I think you're fine in terms of how much we're going to be using him anyways. You don't need to, you don't need to make that type of move. Yeah, you don't need to make that type of move from my perspective right now. But off-season wise, I think that is something, that would be on the table though, potentially. If Kello, when you start talking about him versus some of the other level or other caliber receivers out there, if it continues to look like how it's looked these first couple weeks, then sure, you really, look into that. But right now, I think you're still all right. I think it's all right now.
All right, I'm at Stan Clair. I think I missed a couple here.
Yep, it's all good. I got Dane Fowler. All right, he says, shout out from the 281/the713. Y'all are the only source I go to for Steelers news and post-game breakdowns. Y'all two are truly elite in sports podcasting. Nah, man, we appreciate you, man. We just try to have a little fun, talk a little shop,
Top 5.
That's it, man. Hey, we try to do a little something, make a little noise. Nah. We'd rather be underrated than overrated?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Properly rated. Nah, definitely underrated.
Properly rated if you're 1.
Yeah.
If they consider you the top dog.
Anything else is underrated.
Yeah.
All right, and then we got AJ Martinez. It says, AJ, one, just loving myself, which is absolutely important to do. If you don't love yourself, who else will? Remember that, man. In the words of T.O., I love me some me. You got to love yourself, man. Love yourself.
There's
Absolutely.
another phrase out there that I've heard before.
Oh.
If you're not your number 1 fan, then who is?
Ain't that the truth? I would agree. All right, it's on you now. Stand clear.
Yep. We're back. Andrew Schultz has dropped the comedy special on YouTube. If you don't get triggered by words, check it out. It's hilarious.
All right, I like it, man. You know me. I'm down to watch a lot of stuff. I am. Yeah. And I like comedy, bro. And I do get what he's saying, man. I do.
All right, maybe something to check out. Zach Miller, one time, Kenny Nation. That's right.
Yo, so
is this a thing?
Yes. So,
wait, what?
All right, so on the other radio show I do, Steelers Nation Radio, we get a lot of people that like to talk about Kenny Pickett and just their love for him and all this stuff, right? So following Thursday's game, we were kind of like, man, if you came out of that game and your take was that Mitch is the reason why we lost, Mitch played terrible and all this other stuff, we realized that, you're part of Kenny Nation, like Kenny Pickett Nation. You got Steeler Nation as a regular fan base, and you got Kenny Nation. Because with Kenny Nation, at times, it's not as logical, and it does reside with a lot of biasness, which is fine, but that was kind of how we identified him. So it was like, yo, Kenny Nation, and for me, I just took it because, let Russ cook. Bronco Nation, let's ride. And I thought it was pretty funny. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to call it. And we're going to do it like this. Kenny Nation, let's ride. That's how Russ does it, man. Yeah.
Well, you know, it's funny. I type in Kenny Nation on Twitter here.
You're popped up in it. Rod Dollar tweets because Rod Dollar listens. Rod Dollar listens to the other show as well, so that's why he heard it. Yeah, bro. Tell you, man. Kenny Nation. Let's ride.
Okay, so I guess I got to get a Pickett jersey and recreate this, maybe?
You need to. It would be hilarious. Yeah. But that was what it's from, though. So,
well, here's my problem. I would consider myself part of the Kenny Nation.
It's not a negative, though.
If we're going to draw the divide, but I do still think Mitch played good.
Yeah, and that's fine. You're like the rare faction in Kenny Nation because you
could have maybe used more though.
That's fine. But think about the people that come out of that game and don't give Mitch any type of acknowledgement. That's the people we're talking about. You at least was like, you know what? He did do this well. Was it enough? 4 quarters, was it where I was completely satisfied? No, but you could at least acknowledge that he did something positive in the game.
Oh, especially coming off of the Patriots game and the Bengals game where I kept saying we need more from Mitch. Right. And I think he gave us at least that.
Yeah, but when we talk about like the heart of...
I thought he actually played pretty good.
But like when we talk to the heart of Kenny Nation, they don't even acknowledge that part. They just strictly say, Kenny. Kenny would have done this. Kenny would have been better solely because it's Kenny. And they can't even acknowledge that, like you said, we at least saw Mitch do this, and this. Was it great for 4 quarters? No, none of us are saying that. But at least acknowledge that part. So that's what we call him, Kenny Nation.
Not every quarterback plays great for all 4 quarters, too.
Exactly.
I was thinking this today. What was Mitch's final stat line? Was it a little over 200? Was it 200 or 220?
Yeah, I got you real quick. It was 20 of 32 for 207. No touchdowns, no picks, 1 sack, QBR of 81. Touchdown. Yep, he had the 2 for 7 on the ground with 1 rushing touchdown.
So his final stat line could have very well have been if Deontay just catches 1.
Yeah.
And the main one was the one in the third quarter. Chest, where he probably could have broken that off for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Deontay catches that. What was that? Maybe a 50-yard pass, and the Jalen Warren call never happens. Yeah. Mitch has 300 yards.
No, easily.
Probably. I mean, 280, 290 maybe.
Because that was, if they're considering the Jalen Warren a pass, because it was a shuffle, yeah.
I just don't think he played that bad. Now, the whole 3 and outs and stuff in the fourth quarter.
Right, that was bad.
Yeah.
But was that all
That's
on
the
him?
criticism you have
but that
on
was
him.
bad, though. Yeah.
But everything else throughout the game. Dude, I'm literally yelling on my halftime report, let Mitch cook. I must have thought Mitch was doing something right.
Yeah. And that was the White Claws talking. So, when they speak honestly. We know this.
Like that final drive before half, I'm like, man, dude, this is nice. Yeah, man. Mitch is doing some good stuff here.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And I thought Canada had some good play calls, too. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't even like Canada. Trust me.
Like I said, you're the rarity. You're a part of that rare group within Kenny Nation. But you understand the context, though, for Kenny Nation. Okay. So that was that, though. But yeah, man, Kenny Nation, let's ride. And we hopefully will hear from some Kenny Nation members as well today, man, when we open up these phone lines. I'm sure we're going to get 1 or 2.
Hovain. I just spoke to Claypool this weekend. Oh, we got a little inside scoop.
Is this a
breaking story?
Is this official Momentum Burner account? What's going on here, man?
He was in NY. He feels like he has no chance in this offense because of the OC offense.
Okay.
Well, we just got an inside scoop there. Claypool's not thrilled.
All right. We running with that. We just go roll with that, man. That's what source was this?
He spoke to Claypool this weekend. He was in New York. So I guess the next thing we got to find out was Claypool actually in New York?
Yeah, I'm going to say, how credible is this source right here, man? That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Black and Martyr giving us some support. Thank you for that.
Hey, salute you. We got major love.
Jacob Malacio, quote for the day. Don't let the fear of striking out get in your way. Babe Ruth.
Let's go,
Taken from The Theory of Life.
Let's go, man.
Moats.
I was about to say, I already know what it is. About to say, I got a lot of them quotes in there, bro. Because you know me. And it's not just from Babe Ruth. It's all type of people in there, man. Absolutely.
That's the whole Michael Scott quote. Dwayne Gretzky, you ever see that? Where he has the whiteboard and it's you miss 100% of shots you don't take. Yeah. It's Wayne Gretzky and then it's Michael Scott.
Michael Scott. Oh my gosh. So no, I don't try to take the credit. I start my chapter and I say, hey, this is this person's quote and I'm a fan of it because no. I'm gonna acknowledge you. But yeah, man. Sometimes you need a good quote, bro. I don't want to overdo the quotes, but sometimes you need a good quote, bro.
Let me read that again.
Yeah, man.
Don't let the fear of striking out get in your way.
Yeah, man.
It's a great quote.
Yeah, because a lot of people do have that fear of failing, and they will allow themselves to feel like paralyzed by that. So part of that thing is, man, don't be afraid to just let it go, man. Kobe Bryant is another one, right? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Can't be scared to miss, man. I don't care if you miss, but what if you hit, though? That's what we saying. What if you hit, Deke? What if you hit?
I think that's what Kenny Nation's thinking about.
Come on, man. Hey, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Amber Heard thought the same thing, too, man. What if you hit? You know what I'm saying? I seen how you was eyeing up some of these ladies that was out here on the market, man. Maybe you over here like, yo, what if? Could this be it?
Amber Heard.
Yeah, hey, man. Between her and Kim K, the way your face lit up here that one day.
Well, no. I think Kim K is overrated.
Oh, so now she overrated. You was blushing the one day you was talking about
Kim K. Dude, she's overrated.
You said her and Amber Heard you was excited about.
No.
Who was it? It was somebody else that came in there.
It might be someone else.
It might have been another lady.
Amber Heard, I think, is very attractive. But again, we talked about her.
You like that, though.
Off the field stuff.
You're into the grocery game, though, bro. Yeah, you do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who was the other one?
It was definitely another chick. I don't remember who it was, though.
Anne Hathaway, I've talked about.
Yeah. Was she the only one? It was somebody, different,
She's underrated.
Yeah, it was somebody different, though. You think she's underrated?
Anne Hathaway, very much, yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
Right. Eric X, though, has joined the upper room.
Man, well, shout out to Eric X, and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
All right, let me see if I'm still on track.
Yes,
here.
It should just be 3 more, and then you know what I'm saying? And we were straight.
Mike Hood, we haven't had a top-ranked D since 2010 and 2011. I'm still old school, and defense wins championships. Thoughts?
Well, no, we saw that last year. I don't think that you have to have a top-rated defense, but you have to have a situationally good defense. I thought the Rams showed that last year in the sense of you need to be able to rush the passer. You need to be able to make teams kick field goals. If you can do those type of things, because you're not going to shut these offenses out anymore with how talented they are and with the way the rules are played, but you're trying to be situationally good. How are you on third downs? How are you in the red zone? Can you rush the passer, stopping the run? Those type of things, right? And as long as you're really good at a couple of those in upper echelon or halfway decent in the other ones, to me, man, I think that does give you a chance, but you also got to have the firepower on offense as well, which we know the Rams did have. So that is a part of it, because even when you're talking about our Steelers teams with Ben, you know what I mean? It was like when the defenses weren't elite, you still had the firepower that you could score. And then when they were situationally good, when you think about it, all, you know, just I always think about like 14 at that time frame, right? 14, 15, 16, 17. Even though it wasn't a necessarily elite play in and play out defense like how these are, it was still situationally good in the sense of you knew you were going to get sacks, you knew you were going to be able to stop the run, and in red zone, we weren't going to give up a ton of points in terms of touchdowns. So it's certain parts where you just try to figure out, all right, well, if we got high power offense, we can be okay on defense. In our situation here, we got the prerequisite for a high power offense. It's just not fire in there just yet. But on the flip side, we do have everything in place minus the TJ Watt right now to have that top-notch defense. So part of that is still a TJ Watt issue as well since he's not here. But when he does come back, I think that'll help us feeling a lot more better about our defense, getting back to that old school feel that you're talking about.
Thomas Dowdy joining
Shout
the upper
out
room
to
as well.
Thomas Dowdy. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
AJ Martinez and blessings to all. Thanks, bro. And then we got, one more?
Yes.
AJ Martinez says F for failure, F for fear, F failure, F and F.
He's saying F fear and F failure. And honestly, to me, I didn't include it in the book, but that is something that I do a lot of. You know what I mean? Like, because I get nervous. It's plenty of times when I get to thinking, man, dude, what if I ain't good enough? What if this sucks? And you know what I tell myself, bro? Whenever in doubt, F it. And I just do it. For right or wrong. For better or worse. So far, it hasn't failed me just yet. I actually told myself that when I was going to propose to my wife, I was nervous as heck. Whole time I was driving back, I was like, bro, what if she says no? What if this is a pump fake? What if she really doesn't love me?
That's even after you probably had conversations.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I knew I was 100% confident before I even talked to my folks and talked to her folks about it. But it's one of them things.
When it's decision time.
When it's decision time, yeah, you like, bro, what if?
In the moment.
You know, you get to, especially when you walking up, I'm like, bro, I can't get out this whip with this ring. Is this ring even nice like that, bro? Hold on now. But then you know what I said, Deke? I looked in the mirror. I said, 2 tears in a bucket, man. Let's go, man. Let's just go. So I just rolled out. And then, you know, one thing led to another. Here we are 11 years later, Deke. So far, so good. Okay, so far, so good. But, yeah, that's real like that, baby. All right. So, I think we are finally to our recap of what took place in week 3. So let's get to some of that, man, because we got some time, man. Like I said, TG will be joining us at 5:30. Talk a little shot with him. And then, like I said, phone lines will be open to you guys as well, man.
How do we want to do this?
Man, so first off, What games did you watch this weekend, man? In terms of week 3, did you watch
I had
any?
Red Zone on.
Okay, because I know for me,
So
man,
I pretty much got everything.
You knew.
I was half asleep for some of them though too. I'm not even gonna front. Caught the latter half of that 49ers Broncos game because I was driving back home from Cleveland Sunday night. But yeah, I think I caught most of them. I got the gist of everything.
Yeah, same here, man. But I guess we'll start within the division. It's one of those weekends where obviously we knew Cleveland had to win in the division, but the others in the division were able to take care of business as well. Starting with Baltimore, man. Obviously, they had the exciting game with the Patriots. Lamar's looking really good. He's looking really, really good right now, man.
Improved passing. Still has the dynamic plays.
Yes, and still fast. Still fast. Even with the thicker frame, still very fast. I don't know about their defense all the way, though, bro.
Yeah, definitely not. Mac was carving them up.
And that was the part for me.
If it weren't for Mac having some bad throws, just throwing them right into the Ravens defenders, Patriots offense could have been a lot better.
And that's my thing. I'm like, it's weird though because I'm used to Baltimore always having like a dope defense, but that part right now is when I'm watching.
Patriots fumbling the ball. Too.
Yeah. It was weird in that sense, but to me, man, the takeaway that I had from that game was Baltimore and more so Lamar Jackson. He is definitely taking that next step, man. He's making it harder to treat him like he's a one-dimensional guy in a sense, man. But I want to know, and obviously we'll get this test or we'll find out more about the answers to that test, but I want to see how they handle a front like ours when we're fully healthy. I'm talking about like TJ's or Cam Haywards, Alex Highsmith, Larry Ogunjobi, stuff like that.
Until later in the year, both times.
Right. So we'll have, like, we're going to get to that point, but I'm looking at them and I'm just like, we know that Patriots front, they're not a front that's going to hurt you one-on-one wise. You're going to have to blitz it. But you ain't really trying to do that to Lamar either. So I'm like, all right, I get that. Cincinnati, well, no, they haven't seen Cincinnati yet. It was the Jets they played early on. So once again, I'm just like, in terms of marquee guys that can beat you up front, that's what I want to see from them still, man. But because even when they played Miami, same context. It was like, I just watched Miami. Dang, I had no pass rushers like that. Ingram was straight, but he ain't like that.
He's playing a lot.
He is. Yes, it shows. But he's getting them like lucky bounces. He had another fumble recovery yesterday, bro. As we say, like, bro.
I know, yeah.
I don't get it, but I like it though. I like it. But to me, man, Baltimore's looking interesting right now.
Yeah, they are. You're right. Interesting, just from the standpoint of everything that Lamar's doing. Their offense looks pretty solid.
Yeah,
it's been pretty consistent what he's been doing these first 3 weeks. But yeah, you're right. I think their defense could have some holes. You know, when we face them, it's always tough games. But they look vulnerable. I mean, them losing to Miami. I know the Jets wasn't even close or anything, but I would just like to see. It almost goes back to my whole Pitt conversation with college football. I mean, these other AFC North teams could be losing on a week in and week out basis. I don't think any of these guys are above reproach right now.
Like, that's definitely, especially with,
even the Bengals against the Jets, it wasn't perfect.
No, not at all.
No, I think they're starting to get back to a degree, but
when you're talking about Cincy, and the big knock on them has been their protection. The Jets, they don't have the Micah Parsons. They don't have the TJ Watts that Bengals team faced either. So I also think that is part of why they were able to look a lot better and play a lot better as well, man.
And Joe Flacco, it almost seems like time's up, buddy.
Well, this technically, Zach Wilson could be back this week.
They're saying that.
I just don't know because
it's likely.
You know, that's one I'll believe it when I see it, man. I think we getting Flacco, bro. I still think it's Flacco.
I'm not opposed to either or. Now, I think Zach Wilson could maybe give them some spark, but
I think
him
he
being out
us.
for so long,
I think that benefits us. I think that's like the Joe Burrow situation.
Exactly, from week one.
Absolutely.
And then if Flacco plays, whatever. Flacco's playing.
It's Flacco. Yeah, it's Flacco. Yeah.
I feel fine about that.
I am really excited about that. Like I said, I haven't went back and deep dove into their tape just yet, but based on what I saw yesterday, I was like, okay, I kind of like what we're seeing here. I could definitely see some positives for us. Yeah. Now, I did see where Garrett Wilson, he went out. I don't know if he came. Did he come back, though? I think he came back. I know he went out for a little bit, but I think he came back.
I did see him go out.
Yeah, because he was having a little game.
I was surprised on the hit that actually took him out, because whenever you saw it live, I'm like, oh, I think he took a shot to the head. But then it wasn't. It was just a body shot, and he landed a little bit awkwardly. But he's playing really good. And the Jets, they got some players. This goes back to
Breece Hall straight, Michael Carter. Yeah, they got a little tandem back there, man.
This goes back to even the draft. I think the roster that the Jets are starting to put together is actually kind of decent. The problem is going to be the quarterback. And Flacco did decent for them against the Browns. Let him back. Can Zach Wilson do that for them long term and throughout this season? I don't know. The verdict's still out on him. Yeah. But that's the X factor, because they do have a halfway decent roster right
I just want to see, like I said, if Zach Wilson does play, which I personally don't think he will. I think that is very quick. Maybe you're talking about going under the knife and then coming back and playing an NFL game. Like, not a practice, a game where you're going to get hit, where you can't control the settings and the variables. To me, that is very fast. But if he is out there, like I said, I still think that benefits us, man, in a big way, because I'm questioning his mobility. I'm also questioning in terms of his eyes, because, as I've told you, man, it takes time to get back up to speed, man. It's hard to just not be out there, because it's not like he's been practicing while he hasn't been playing. This dude's been rehabbing, you know what I mean? So that's a different situation. Very similar to what we talked about with Joe Burrow. Yeah, I like that a lot for us, man.
The thing that I'm liking across the AFC right now is just a bunch of teams that we thought were going to be decent losing. Yeah. Chargers 1-2.
Yeah, and who'd they lose to?
Jacksonville.
Craziness.
Yeah, we can't have two teams come out of this AFC South, though, because Colts somehow lucked their way into beating the Chiefs.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't want if it's gonna come down to a wild card scenario, I don't want a bunch of competition.
Titans beat the Raiders.
Teams that are 10-7, 9-8.
Yeah. So now Titans are sitting at 1-2.
I know they won, but they're done.
Well, all I'm saying is in the context of what you were just saying.
Teams we thought were going to be decent.
Right. And when we think about the Raiders and the Titans, both of them, one is 0-3, one is 1-2. But are those potential teams that we might have to worry about fighting for those wild card spots because of the slow start?
Somehow the Titans are going to slug their way back and win.
I mean, because
19 to 18
because, like, think
games.
about it in the context. Like, we're here from the Pittsburgh side, but our records are the exact same. It's like, it's not like we sit here 2-1 or 3-0. We over here like we got our own questions in house, you know.
Patriots 1-2. We thought they were going to be decent this year.
Miami's the surprise right now.
Yeah, the big surprise.
Yeah, they're the surprise right now.
Is it sustainable?
Personally, I don't believe it.
Bills should have won that game.
Bro, Bills dominated that game. The heat is what took the Bills out. The injuries took the Bills out. They were already banged up going into the game, but then it was just more of that. But no, Miami, I still give the Miami credit, though, 100%. But, yeah, it is, like, bro, it was one of the weirdest games to watch in the sense of, like, you dominate time possession, dominate yardage, score, go run the ball, you doing everything you want, but it was just all this, like, weird stuff happening. Not janky, not cheating, not refs, none of that, but it was just, like, weird timing stuff, you know what I mean? But like I said, salute the Dolphins for that, though, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, Allen looked exhausted. Yeah. Diggs was he had to miss the game,
bro. Like Diggs played, but the whole third, fourth quarter, bro, it was like you're gonna play one play, then he's on the sideline cramping up. Like a lot of the dudes, like the Heat killed a lot of the dudes down there, but it's Miami in September. We've seen what that looks like as well.
Maybe that's why. Remember we talked about Belichick and the Patriots going down a week before.
Listen, remember when Lauderdale? All right, we know what it's like, bro.
We got Sunday Night Football down to Miami, right?
Yeah, but it's late in the year though. It's different. Not late in the year, but it's later.
October.
It's
later. October, November. I can't remember.
It's later. But no, that part, bro, I was like, oof. But yeah, Miami. I honestly, bro, leaving out that game. Obviously, I wasn't down there, but yeah. I don't think we should be worried about, like, not scared of them like that, bro. Like, do they got talent at receiver? Yes. But I like us, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Against Miami for that Sunday Night Football
game. I like us, bro. Like, I know we're supposed to be like, oh, no, Miami Dolphins 3-0. You got to believe into it. Bro, this wasn't even the Bills starters. Like, we was down. We was down bad over there in Buffalo. They was down bad, bro. Down bad. None of the safeties, not the all pros. You know the tandem they got. Neither one of them was playing. None of the starting corners. None of them dudes was out there. Best D lineman, he wasn't out there either, bro. And we kept it. Literally, the throw of the game was the Jalen Waddle. It was a 3rd and 20. He splits. It was a Tampa 2 coverage. No, but it was a nice setup. But this was the Tyreek Hill effect. It's Tampa 2. So middle runner should stay high, keep running. Because Tyreek Hill runs and stops, it makes that middle runner stop, and that's how Waddle hits it in between the safeties. It's part of the Tampa 2 defense. That's kind of like the weak spot there, but it was more so because you feeling this Tyreek Hill dude, and you understanding like, yo, if he gets this ball, I can't make that play with 3-4 yards of separation in terms of the linebacker I'm talking about. So that was the throw that gave them that big play at the end. You know what I mean? And then from there, they were able to score, which was dope. Then we had our chances as well, man. Shout out to Buffalo. But nah, man, tip your cap to them, man. But, dude, Pittsburgh should beat them.
So just the thought of Miami, buy or sell. You're selling.
I'm selling.
Selling high.
I'm selling, bro. I'm buying Philly.
Yeah.
I'm selling Miami. I still don't believe it, bro.
Yeah, Philly's pretty good right now.
Philly looks legit. Philly looks complete. Miami, I'm like, I see it, but it's I don't know, bro. It looks like fools go to me right now.
Well, since we're kind of on this train of like buy sell, I have like 5 or 6 first takey style questions that have to do with
talk nice to us.
The week
Deke.
3
Let's
recap.
Go, Deke. What you got for
just
us,
across the NFL. Well, so we're talking.
I kind of like when you take this
Dolphins.
initiative, Deke. Hold on, man.
We're talking Dolphins.
Shout out to this version of Deke right here, man.
You ready?
Let's do it.
Is Tua good?
It's gonna sound like a hater, but the answer to me is no. I don't believe it, bro. I watched them. I get it. Whether you're talking pre or post back injury, which was very much concussion, that was not back, bro. I don't care what no one says. Okay. Regardless if you're talking pre or post, I just personally, I think he has nice touch on the ball. I think he has nice zip at times. I just don't believe that he's at this level. I don't believe it, bro.
So sell Tua right now.
I'm selling. What about you, man?
Here's what makes me think there's a possibility still.
Okay, let's hear it.
When he went down, I thought the Dolphins, the wind in their sails was absolutely gone.
Oh, no.
Teddy Bridgewater
two gloves.
in?
Come on, man. It's two gloves, baby. It's 2 gloves.
The game was over if Bridgewater was in there. Whereas
no way.
Tua being in there,
it made it interesting. Absolutely, 100%.
There's something. I don't know if it's from all the stuff in the offseason. He has this chip on the shoulder, and even just a lot of people talking shit on Miami.
You can see improvement. There's
this like leadership.
100%.
There's something with Tua in that.
They're trying to rally around him. Absolutely.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Now,
I do. In terms of you could feel it. You could definitely feel it. Absolutely.
That's why I thought whenever he went down, I'm like, yeah, they're done. But I think I'm with you. They're gonna get capped eventually.
Yeah.
There's a ceiling to what's going on. They're just on a little bit of a hot streak. We see this all the time throughout NFL seasons.
Every year.
Teams get hot early on, but
you're just like, then by week 7,
is
week
this
8,
style of winning sustainable? Is what Tua is doing sustainable?
And I personally think you play that game plenty more times and they're gonna see him again. I just think the outcome is very differently the majority of the time they will play those games.
All right, you ready for the next one?
All right, let's do it, man. I like that one right there. Let's go. And that wasn't too long-winded for my response, right? Or do you want?
No.
Okay. I want to give a little context.
We got to what, 5:30, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got a little time.
Is Trevor Lawrence a top 10 quarterback?
Let me see what he finished with yesterday. I know he did it on. Is he top 10?
You ready?
All right, let me think it's him real quick.
Think of our list going back to before the season.
No, he's not in my top 10. No, he's not.
So here's what makes me think.
Oh,
who was 9 on our list?
That's what I'm trying to think.
10 was Derek Carr.
Yeah,
I can't remember who was 9. Mahomes.
Watson was on mine because I had Watson as a
slash.
You
had him in that 9-10 range.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell was 9? I had Lamar Jackson up there, like 8 or 9. I might have had Lamar at 9. And I mean, if we're going on a week to week, if you had to do like stock up, set down, I'd put Lamar up. I think Lamar's probably closer to the top 5 or 6 right now. Yeah, for sure. Listen,
because I had Cousins in mine too. You won't try to even know Cousins love either.
He was in your top 10. He might have been honorable mention.
He was honorable mention. It had to be it. I think I had 2 honorable mentions. It might have been him and somebody else.
Because I think we had all the same guys. Really, just different order.
Yeah.
Because it was, I think Lamar 9 for me. I had Herbert 8, maybe Burrow 7, Russ 6, Stafford 5, and then we all had the same top 4.
Yeah.
10 was the one where I think you can make arguments for 2 or 3
Did you have
different
Justin Fields up there maybe?
No, Justin Fields.
I was like, it wasn't Fields. Bro, you laugh.
Justin Fields,
Deke, you laugh, but you know how your rankings get with quarterbacks. You know how you'll just like a guy. You'll like a guy and put him up. You would have put Kenny Pickett in your top 10.
I wanted to.
That's what I'm saying. So we can't just laugh off the Justin Fields conversation. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I don't know who it was. Nobody in Atlanta. Nobody?
No, I think that was it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
we just went through the list. So I don't know. Are you putting? You'd probably start thinking about that 10th spot. Derek Carr, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott. You could bump people off. You could bump maybe a Russ off the top 10 with how he's been playing. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be that knee-jerk.
I'm not overreacting. Not at all. I like my list. I like the fact that Trevor's not in my top 10 just yet. He got to earn it.
I think Lawrence is in the top 10, dude.
You think so?
I watched that Chargers game between him and Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
And I sat back and said, can't tell the difference. Lawrence is on that level.
Okay.
I've seen enough already. He's got the talent. We talked about that the whole time with him coming out. Number 1 overall pick, won in Clemson. Yeah. And the thing missing was just some structure. Now he's finally got some structure, and we're seeing how he's playing. Yeah. He's got the mobility. He's got the arm strength. He's leading this team. And, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Jaguars make the playoffs. I mean, I actually had them as my AFC South pick, I believe.
Yeah, you did.
I'm really not trying to overact with this, but I just think, look, is Trevor Lawrence going to get worse? There's no way. I think he's going to be a top 10 quarterback throughout this season.
I just need to see it. It's a nice start, but the same way we just talked about Tua on one hand, I'm just keeping that same energy now that I'm talking about Trevor Lawrence. Because technically, I should be more excited about what Tua has done stat-wise and based off of his body of work. When you look at, you got a Buffalo under your belt, you got a New England under your belt. I'm just saying, for those conversations, who else you got? You got a Baltimore under your belt too, right? Yeah, you got all 3 of them. So it's like he got some bodies.
Different style of winning.
I would agree, but for the context purposes, he could throw those names up there with his performance, and be like, you know what? Yeah, we should feel very excited about Tua. Can he keep? He ain't gonna get any worse, right? But that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't want to overreact after 3 games. There's a lot of context in that thing, man.
Yeah, but you can see it. There's an eye test to it.
It is.
You know what I mean?
I'm playing devil's advocate very much, but either way, yes.
I'm telling you, I'm watching this Chargers-Jaguars game.
Yeah. You can see
Trevor Lawrence is on the Herbert type of level.
Trevor looks like he looked like Herbert out there. Yeah,
exactly.
The way he could run. He had the one where he pulls it down, cuts it up, like strong, nice finish, man.
Herbert's jacked up a little bit. I don't know if that's going to get better at all.
Yeah,
they're saying he's going to be dealing with it all year, so that's unfortunate for him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the way the Jaguars beat the Chargers too. Yeah. I mean, they could be 3-0. There was some fluky stuff that happened in Week 1 against Washington, but.
See, like I like Justin Herbert. Yes, he's in that top 10 definitively.
He is.
Trevor Lawrence, I just need to see it. I need to see it. So it's off to a nice start, but I need to see it.
Yeah, my thing is, it's between like Trevor Lawrence, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, Derek Carr.
Yeah.
I don't like what I'm seeing with Derek Carr. Now, maybe it's just because everyone got a little bit high on Derek Carr in the offseason. That's what usually happens with Carr. You get high on him. And maybe he's top 10, and then he's going to disappoint you.
Yes.
They got Devontae Adams. They can't do anything with that combo.
He finally scored a touchdown, though. That's a plus.
Yeah, finally. But it's weird. Derek Carr's throwing him straight into some of the defenders.
Yes.
It's like, I don't know what he's looking at. I know he's good, but it hasn't been good for these first 3 games.
So should they bench him?
No.
Dang. All right. Just checking.
Are you talking about the Trubisky scenario?
I was just asking a question, bro.
They don't have a Kenny Pickett on the bench.
I was just.
They should start thinking about it.
I was about to say that they had a Peterman, don't they?
Is he still in the league?
I don't know, bro.
You ready for this one?
All right, let me see what you got.
We talked about it a little bit. Has Russ lost it?
Bro, Russ? Oh.
I'm not saying that at all. No way. How can you lose it from last year? I know a lot of people were down on Russ, and, oh, man, they were thinking he lost it last year even. You look at the stats. I mean, he was still a top 10 quarterback. If you look at the stats and you divide it over like a 17-game sample, his touchdown interception ratio was still awesome.
I'm trying hard with Russ right now.
You're not the biggest fan.
I'm not. So he's making it very difficult for me when he does, how he's been doing. And then you got the audacity at the end of your interview when they gave you the game ball after Corliss Waitman punted it 10 times.
How about that, man?
Shout out to Corliss.
He's still good.
Shout out to Corliss. We
saw that last year.
He should have got player of the game. But y'all give it the rest, and he got the audacity to say Broncos Nation, hey, let's ride. Like, bro, what? Let's ride where? Where you taking them, Russ? You're stealing all the money. You ain't taking them nowhere right now. Are you serious? Man, come on, man. I'm trying. So...
You said you wouldn't bump him out of your top 10.
I'm not going to bump him. I'm not. But he's making it very hard. So as of today, I'm still on the train. Okay? We haven't sold him just yet. I still believe in Russ. Okay? Ask me in a couple weeks, though. Has been a couple weeks.
I'm going to chalk it up. We even talked about this with Mitch in Canada, new system and everything. Russ is in a whole new scenario with the Broncos.
And is Nathaniel Hackett over his head? Because very similar to Matt Canada. This is his first go-around as head coach. He was a part of a program that had success, but we're trying to figure it out. Now, I have a little bit more biasness towards Hackett because we go back to Buffalo.
Okay.
I've had some success with him.
Was he a QB coach up there?
Yes. Yeah, so he was part of that family, But he was straight. It was a good time.
Rodgers loved him.
Absolutely. So it's like I understand why. He's a fun guy. He's cool to be around. But in terms of being a head coach, that's a different conversation. And that's what we're trying to figure out. Like when you talk about Doug Marrone, people bring him up for like, hey, man, would you want him as an offensive coordinator? Totally different conversation. I had him as a head coach. My perspective is very different. In terms of as a head coach, nah. OC, now it's different. So with Hackett, we're trying to figure that out. But with Russ, man, I just don't know, man. Russ got to pick it up, baby. He got to pick it up.
He's got to pick it up, but I think this is like them having Russ is like the difference between us having Trubisky as well. Though you give that dude the benefit of the doubt to turn it around for sure. We've seen it so many times.
And he costs a lot more money, so you really don't have a choice either.
Well, yeah, if the decision comes down to between Russ and Hackett.
He's getting the Hackett.
He's
getting the hatchet. Yeah, it's over.
You're sticking with Russ.
You got to.
He just got that big contract and everything.
Right, wrong, and different. You have to. You have no other option. Yeah.
49ers aren't a bad team either, especially on defense. Yeah, give Russ time. Give Russ time. Let Russ go.
Why you better with the emphasis on the defense part?
Come on, dude. You saw Jimmy G yesterday, man.
Bro, what you talking about? That was on him? Did he cost him the game? Yes or no?
There's some bad passes.
Did Jimmy G cost them the game?
I don't know who cost him the game.
He did not make the final mistake.
It could be a lot of people.
Did he make the mistake in the game? That's all I'm saying.
He made some mistakes.
He did not make the final mistake, and that's all that matters. It was not on Jimmy G. Because if Jimmy G would have threw an interception on that last drive, you would have been like, "Oh, it's Jimmy G." He did not do that. So this is not on Jimmy G. Let's just clarify that. Jimmy G did what he was supposed to do.
How about that 10-11 score though?
It was ugly, but shout out to the Steelers.
Do you know the history behind it? Yeah.
I figured it out.
We were the
told
first
me
11-10 win.
Because literally, me and wifey were trying, like when it was 10-5, and we're looking at each other like, bro, what are we watching right now? Then when it get 10-11, I'm like, babe, I don't actually know if I've ever heard of a 10-11 score. And I forgot what account I saw on Twitter. Like somebody posted the TP one-handed pick. And I remember seeing the pick. I just never knew it was from like the final score of that game. I never knew that. But yeah, man, it was dope. I was like, oh, all right, well, there we go. We got some Steelers history. We learned something new today, babe. So yeah.
Ben, of course, led a game-winning field goal drive to close it out. Of course.
Why would he only allow us to have 11 points?
Weird snow game.
Oh, now you want to go weird snow game.
Weird snow game. And that was the year our offensive line was terrible, too.
Now you going all there. Come on, bro.
But I'm telling you,
come on,
Ben,
man.
that season had probably at least 7 or 8 games.
So what about Jimmy G? Jimmy G was about to have a winning drive. Don't act like you ain't never seen Jimmy do that before.
It's rare.
Jimmy wins.
It's rare.
Does Jimmy win? Yes or no? And that's not rare. Is Jimmy winning games a rare thing? Yes or no? Is it rare, Deke? I ain't say him playing well. No. Does Jimmy G win games? Does Jimmy G win games when he starts? Yes or no? Does he win games when he starts? Does Jimmy Garoppolo?
I can't give that much credit to Garoppolo.
What's his record? You always want to bring up winning percentages. You always want to bring up wins, losses with these quarterbacks until we get a Jimmy G. Now nobody want to talk wins, losses.
Listen, I think the 49ers
put some respect
are
on
better in the short term with Jimmy G at quarterback.
Now it's better. He didn't take them to what? One Super Bowl.
I get it. And that's why I think they'll be better this year.
NFC Championship. Come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about here,
I feel like he's always going to let you down, though. You're always going to be looking for more, and that's why they ended up drafting Trey Lance, unfortunately.
Oh God. One guy's a winner. That's all I know.
And now the 49ers are in another weird spot because...
one guy's a winner.
Well, they're not going to know what they have in Trey Lance until after next year.
But they know what they have in this winner that I'm talking about. The guy that wins every time he's out there. All he does is win, no matter what. Porn star on his mind. They can't never get
how about
a nut.
The 49ers QBs? Trey Lance at the strip club. Jimmy G dating porn stars.
Get it how you live, man. Get it how you live.
Yeah. Live your life.
Oh, man.
Ready for this next one?
All right, what you got?
Way too early top 3 MVP candidates.
Oh, all right. Give me Lamar Jackson. Give me... keeping Josh in there. Absolutely. And then who was my third guy? I wanted to be Justin Jefferson, but he's been tailed off these past 2 games. I want another, outlier.
I think you're thinking too hard about this.
I feel like I am. I did feel like
Jalen Hurts.
There we go.
You gotta. I think you gotta have Jalen Hurts.
He's the one because I kept thinking about 2, and I'm like, yo, if somebody else is like lit it up like that, is Jalen. That's the other guy. Absolutely, 100% Jalen Hurts.
You don't want to have Tua.
No, I don't want to have Tua. 100%, I do not. No. Nah, I don't believe it. No, will not. Talk to me at week 10.
The leader that he is.
Can't believe it. Nope. Nah, I ain't going with it. So yeah, Lamar, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, and I would have him in that order as well. Lamar at 1, Jalen Hurts at 2, Josh Allen at 3.
I think.
Hey, how y'all feel in the chat? Y'all let us know in the chat too, man. Who are your 3 people that you would have for the front runners for MVP right now in the league?
I'm gonna have.
And put it in the order as well, please.
I'm definitely going Lamar 1, 2. I agree with you on that. 2 is Jalen Hurts. 3.
What you got?
I'm gonna go Mahomes.
Ooh, oh, hey man, Mahomes been cooking, absolutely.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't his fault.
And he's been doing it without the group too. Like he's spreading that thing around, man. I saw it was yesterday. Kelsey had the touchdown. Juju had 5 catches. He had like three or 4 different dudes like just spraying that thing.
Yeah,
man.
It was not Mahomes' fault they lost that. Kelsey dropped like 3 or 4 balls.
Bro, he had
one of them
one.
should have been a touchdown.
Yeah,
he was terrible.
Yeah,
Kelsey was absolutely terrible, and they didn't have their main field goal kicker.
Yeah, he's still hurt.
He missed some critical ones too. It was just a weird game that I'm kind of happy the Colts won because that should help the Steelers. But again, it goes back to like I'd rather have the top dogs cannibalize those middle teams that could be wild card contenders. So I don't know how I feel about it. It was good to see the Chiefs just get upset.
Yeah.
But I don't know how it's going to end up long term because are the Colts going to be a wild card team? They look rough, but they're 1-1-1 right now,
which is nasty. Yeah.
But the only reason they scored on that game-winning drive is because Chris Jones got that unsportsmanlike conduct on him. All he did was he was chirping someone, and then they threw the flag.
I saw that. I don't know why.
So who knows what he said? But that's soft anyway.
Yeah.
I'll have Mahomes at 3. With what Lamar and Jalen Hurts are doing right now, they're on an incredible pace. And then, Mahomes, I think he's always just going to be steady in the competition. I think you can you could interchange between him and Josh Allen, I'd say.
Yes, you know I'm gonna go Josh just because I'm not
gonna have Josh Allen in there.
I understand you're trying to suppress those Bills feelings, and it's okay. It's completely normal.
Mahomes better QB rating. 112.1 to 109.8.
It's completely normal. It's completely normal to feel like that. To want to suppress those. So to feel that feeling of running away. It's kind of like when you fall in love. You're like, I don't love her. I can't love her. It's too fast, too soon. I can't love her. Nope. I don't love her. She ain't like that, and I don't really love her. And then a couple weeks you can be like, all right, I really love her. So it's okay, Deke. Right now, hey, suppress them feelings for Josh. You bury them. I think he's good. Deep,
I do think Josh Allen's good.
You bury them deep down. Because they're gonna come out eventually.
I got nothing against Josh Allen.
You know. All right, but
he's good, man. He's good.
Let's see what the people are saying about who they have in their top 3 for the front runners for MVP. Max O from the 4-1 or from the 402, he says Jalen Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa, and Lamar Jackson. John Doe, he has TJ Watt at number 1, number 2, and number 3. Salute.
Still riding off that week 1.
Come on now. Frank K, he has Jalen Hurts at number 1, Lamar Jackson at number 2, and then Josh Allen at 3. Trevin Kincheko has Josh Allen at 1. Shout out. Jalen Hurts at 2, and then Lamar at 3.
Rod Dollars, Lamar, Mahomes, and then Jameis Winston.
Famous Jameis. Famous Jameis. How you liking them Saints right now, bro? Olave was balling. Olave had a nice game, but I don't know about them Saints, man.
Weird. They're probably going to be like 8-9 or something. Jameis is going to lose them some games.
Low-key, that division kind of weird right now, too, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, with the Bucks. Panthers are like weirdly competitive.
Yeah, man.
Falcons,
Panthers, bro, we talked about
somewhat impressive. I mean, that was an impressive win on the road against Seattle. Mariota didn't play that
we
bad.
talked about the Panthers defense too, bro. Like they low-key look all right. They halfway decent down there, man. Let me find out. They got a little something going on down there.
I still got money on the Bucks though.
I do as well.
They almost pulled that out. At least took it to overtime against the Packers, and they still don't have their top 3 receivers. That's Brady working with Russell Gage as his number 1, and then them signing Cole Beasley off the streets, Scotty Miller.
Which was nuts. Yeah.
And they still almost pulled it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he led the game. Or
that's what I'm saying. Like,
the game-tying drive, all they needed was the 2-point conversion, then couldn't get it. They had it, but then I don't know what Brady was doing. Dude, something was off with Brady, obviously, this year.
I would agree.
Like, that is not something Brady does. You let the play clock run out on a critical, the game-tying 2-point conversion.
And he looked like surprised, like he didn't realize.
And that would have worked. Whenever they ran the play, it's like, oh, man, Fournette would have just walked in right there. I don't know. That was weird. Christian Manzi has Hurts 1, Allen 2, Mahomes 3. He's forgetting Lamar.
He don't want to go.
Lamar's on a run right now,
bro.
Man.
Lamar going stupid through the air too, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like
5 total touchdowns against the Pats. Yeah, he's playing good, dude. Anthony Gonzalez, 1 Pickett, 2 Lamar, 3 Jalen. Kenny Nation.
I like it. Kenny Nation. Let's ride.
Man, Tua has a case.
Tua definitely,
like right now, if the season ended right now.
Tua has a legit case if it ended right now.
You need like 1 or 2 more weeks.
I don't believe
the
sample size. I need to see more. That's all.
He secretly has a case. Because I told you, as soon as he went out, I was like, yeah, this game's over. Dolphins lost. They don't have the same spark with Tua in there. Yeah. They don't. Now, how you feel about him as a quarterback in totality? Does he have the arm strength, that stuff? That's a different story, but
at times he look all right.
I feel like he's the leader that the Dolphins need.
I'm hoping so.
It's like a perfect marriage right now.
I'm hoping so.
People shout out the Dolphins.
Yeah, they need to believe in Tua, man. Tua, they didn't doubt it Tua for a little while now.
There's a huge chip on their shoulder down there.
And remember, I was siding with Tua in the draft. I was like, yo, I would want Tua over Burrow, but I'm wrong on that one right now, man, and I'm fine with it. But yeah, man, I hope people believe in Tua. I hope he turns it around.
Yeah, still, we're still saying probably Burrow, Herbert, Tua, if you had to rank that.
Yes, that's all. I'm like, I ain't changing my mind on that. You?
No. The only
even
thing
with Joe struggling, I'm not. Yeah,
the only thing that sucks right now is Herbert having this rib injury. So I don't know if we're gonna get like a legit sample of him this season of taking that 3rd year step. That kind of sucks.
I would agree.
Do you know anything about that injury?
What, the cartilage? Yeah, just in the sense that anytime you're moving, it's gonna hurt, but it's not gonna be enough where it can keep you out because it's not like a break. If it was a crack or a break, and you worried about puncturing your lungs, that's what Tony Romo dealt with when he would play sometimes with the ribs. That's a different context. But in terms of the cartilage, that's more just pain management. And as you can see, it hurts like a son of a gun. I've never done my ribs to that extent, but I have had rib injuries before when you got to, we're going to get you with the extra pad and all this other stuff. And literally anything you do movement-wise, upper body, you realize that, hey, man, it's a lot of muscles that go near that rib area that are intertwined in that area. And whenever you move, you feel it. So it's really pain tolerance, man. And for Justin, he plays at a position where he can get away with it until he gets hit. And we saw in the game, when he would get hit, you would see him grimace. You would see him on the ground like, I'm hurting. So
still made some incredible
No, he did,
throws.
man. Gutsy as heck, bro. The past 2 games, I'm saying like,
just
I'm
even
Heisman
going
out
to
there.
get that lung shot, or
Dude,
not the lung shot, the rib area shot,
power,
because it's the same guy apparently.
You know I ain't trusting him.
Destroyed Tyrod Taylor.
You know I ain't trusting him. I seen what he did to the homie. I don't trust him.
That's gutsy in and of itself.
Yeah. Bro, just think about that, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, the last dude that shot his ribs up here.
He's not fired.
That's how you got your start. That's how you got the opportunity. Just remember that now. You gonna go in there and check that same doctor? Nah, bruh. Not
Justin
happening.
Herbert went in with a wink, though. There was some side deal. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's why Herbert was so confident. He was like, are you going to do it right this time?
Because I'm like, bro, same doctor, same injury, same quarterback in it. No. Oh, heck no. Can't do it.
The case for TJ, still winless without TJ.
Yes, is making his 30 mil look really nice.
Case for him for MVP, though.
Can't win without him.
Yeah.
Can't win without him, man. He is our team.
That's not a good team stat, though.
I would agree.
That's not good for us.
That is terrible for us playoff-wise. Terrible.
No.
The longer that stat goes on, the worse it is for us as a team.
Yeah.
Yes, we need that goose egg to get X'd out this week. Pronto. Expeditiously.
Okay. Do I have one more here?
I hope so. I'm having fun with this. And we got a couple minutes before we got to hit the homie up, too.
This is right along with what we were talking about. I was going to say, are you concerned for Justin Herbert this season?
Am I concerned for him?
Yeah.
Yes. The longer he's out there dealing with this injury, absolutely, because it's going to limit him. And it's not something that just by, I don't want to say by the way he plays, but it's one of those things that he's going to take some shots. And every time he gets hit, it's going to just get re-aggravated. So it's one of those things where it's never going to get worse unless they actually like break his ribs. But in terms of him playing through it, I do think it's still going to limit him at times. We'll be looking at this and respecting the heck out of him, but I do think it's going to limit how good he can be. But think about these past 2 games. This limits him in those same elements, but we still sit here and be like, you know what, I respect the heck out of what he's doing because he's still balling out while being banged up. Kind of different than what Baker was doing. When Baker played while he was hurt, you could tell he was hurt, but he was also not producing.
Right.
So it kind of changed like it went from, okay, he's hurt, not producing, to, nah, he just sucks. He's bad, right? That's kind of what the narrative shifted to. Whereas with Herbert, we can see him injured, but he's still at least producing. He's still standing up, making some crazy plays. And I think it's only going to help him out or benefit his reputation, his legacy in the long run when we go back. Because it's kind of like with 7. How many times have we looked back on a 7 game or a 7 season and be like, because he was so banged up and he went out there and did that, we respect that more than necessarily the healthy games when he went out there and lit it up.
True.
Because it's like, yo, I wanted to see you overcome that adversity. Bro, one of my favorite pictures is him leaking from the nose. It's like, yo, it's just it's dope as heck, because it's like, man, when you think about the adversity, you think about the context of it, most quarterbacks aren't going back out there in that situation, nor are they going out there and effectively finishing it off. But he did, and that's the part where it's like, when I look at Herbert, some of the stuff he's doing, I'm like, bro, you respect that more than necessarily when everything was going right for him.
The thing I'm concerned about with him, I don't know if it's as much about the injury. It's more about just the Chargers being the typical disaster that they are.
No, the Chargers are the Chargers,
and getting hurt. Of course, Bosa's hurt already in week 3. Who knows how long he's going to be out. But it goes back to whenever we were talking about that division, and if the Chargers could win it, I got to see it first. I mean, Mahomes had that whole comment at that celebrity golf outing whenever they were talking about, oh, are you worried about Herbert and the Chargers? He said, like, I'll see it when I believe it. He botched up the saying completely, but that's essentially what he said. And I feel the same way. It's like, dude, they have an awesome team on paper, probably a top 3 or 5 roster across the league, but there's just injuries and weird stuff that happens. I don't know how much I trust the coach. Like, I think Herbert is still going to be solid. Yeah. Maybe he's not going to be the 50 touchdown guy that I thought he could have been heading into this season.
But he's still going to be.
He's still going to be awesome. He's
not
going to be the reason that they lose this. But it's just going to suck with him being injured. And I don't know if the rest of the team's going to step up like it should.
I would agree.
So I don't know if it's as much about the injury, because he's going to be fine. He's going to battle through it and stuff. But if the other dudes ain't stepping up like they should be, then I'm concerned for him, because the media's probably going to start getting on him. Can Herbert, can he do it? Can he at least make the playoffs?
But he's also going to have a homie Keenan Allen out there. And as long as he has Keenan out there, he's going to light it up too. So that's another part where he's still, I think, man, he's not going to have that type of season where, like, it turns to the point where people is like turning on him or trying to paint him as the reason. I don't think it's going to get to that.
No, they're probably going to be turning to the coach and just saying the Chargers, you got to free Herbert, get him some help.
I see it going that way more than the other way.
I'm with you on that.
All right, you ready though, man? Let's hit up the homie, man.
TG.
Real question is he going to answer it on the first go around? Because I got smoke with TG, actually, guys. Because TG was trying to violate, bro. So, I got to holler at him. So when we first start this call, if it's a little bit more ratchet than normal times, just know.
Oh, yeah, Rashawn Slater's out for the season, too.
Oh, I did see that. You're absolutely right. So, yes, that could have an even stronger effect on him. 100%. Yes, it could. Yes, it could. Can I hear myself? I did not hear me at all.
How about now? Mic check.
You hear anything? I don't hear me.
Mic check.
I know we're leveled up. Hello?
Mic check.
No, I think it's the headphone volume we need. Yeah, for us. Yeah. Yeah. Now we're good. Get me right. Gets me right. Gets me. There it is. Now we cooking with Grace, baby. Now we cooking. All right, so let's call up the homie, man. See what he got on his mind. But yes, it is going to be a little aggressive when I first start this call off.
Let's hear it.
I don't hear anything, though.
Please leave your message for...
Hold on, let me try it again. All right. Bro, I'm not hearing anything on my joint.
We hear it whenever...
You hear it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not hearing the ring, huh? Is he picking? He's not picking up because obviously we're getting the voice.
Yeah, he just texted me though because he's saying, "Yo, I'm trying to call you."
Okay.
I'm just tell him to call me. Make it simple.
I think so. Yeah, as long as you can tell.
Yeah, I know it's him calling. Shit, we got to talk though.
What else we got? Want to talk about anything before he calls?
Well, I mean, I don't really know. Hold on, he's saying it's going to voicemail when he's calling me. Jeez.
Technical difficulties, people. Just
it happens.
Stay with us.
It happens.
Just stay with us.
You know.
Don't miss out.
Yeah, that is weird, bro. Maybe my phone tripping. Let me try to reset real quick. All right, pull the block, spin it up on him one time, and then we're going to holler at him. Oh, because he going to get this work today. D, he ain't escaping this one. Just know that, okay? He is not going to escape today. Not today. Bro, why is my phone tripping all of a sudden, bro? Is it
in airplane mode?
I definitely in the airplane mode. You know what? I'm going to try.
Please leave your...
It's going to voice, but when I call him, right?
Yeah, we're just not hearing the ringing.
Low key, let me try and call your phone, see if it's tripping.
Okay.
We got time today. Because we got to get to the bottom of this before we, address the public. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Oh, no, we got action on my end. I see my name pop up on your end.
Yeah.
It's him. It's his phone.
Hello?
I just hung up on you, though, bro.
So, TG.
Hey.
He has had some shady service at
He
times.
definitely has, yeah.
Or we're like, bro, we completely lost you here. And like, he's got to move around.
Yeah, I'm going to say try. I'm texting him out. Try moving around.
Yeah, try finding a new spot. Try finding some new service.
I'm about to say, I thought it was my phone. It's definitely not my phone, though. I was just checking.
I don't think, because now we've even finally
we
got
just
to hear
found.
the ringer,
I called
too.
you perfectly, yeah.
Please leave your message.
Yeah, it's definitely on his end.
Okay.
It's on his end. All right, so we'll wait for him, man. He'll call us back.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's on his end, though, for a fact. Oh, now it's pulling up.
TG?
Is that TG? Is that Terence Garvin? Are we finally are connected? All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are finally on the phone with Steelers alumni, West Virginia Mountaineer alumni, more importantly, my mother freaking locker mate,
what a time.
Terence Garvin, ladies and gentlemen. Now, all the pleasantries must stop right there. Because, bro, why was you being a hater? Why were you being a hater with a capital H all last week, all yesterday or Saturday during the game? You was on the biggest, most hater of hater energy as it pertains to App State versus Deke. I told him, I say, bro, we want all the smoke. He said, bro, y'all don't want that smoke. Y'all don't want them boys. Y'all don't want nothing to do with them App State dude. He had the nerve to text me, Deke, during the game. Deke, during the game, he tried to text me, talk about
pack it up, change the channel.
He was over here like, hey man, y'all don't want none of nothing. I'm like, yo, bro, we coming back. You see what the game looking like? We want smoke. No, bro, I don't know. And then had the audacity, Deke. He has the audacity after all the jibber and jabber that he was hollering about App State. I sent him a personal video. Everybody else saw the social media video. Mm-hmm. Jason Mass, Jam You On Me. They saw that video, but no. I sent him his own. Very special.
I think you need to put that in the upper room, maybe.
Very unique. No, I don't know if it's family friendly. All right. but I sent that one to him. And he just tried to casually act like he ain't see it. I got the delivery. It said delivery. I know you got it. All right. And then he go casually text me. I'm like, yo, we good for the day? Yeah, we ready. I said, oh, so the phone was definitely working then. Okay. So
same thing happened.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out what's going on here, man. Okay. Huh? When'd you get this hater in your heart? That's all. The TG that I've known, the TG that I've dealt with for all these years, he has never been a hater. Never been a hater. He might not like Pitt, but he's never been a hater. And this TG was it because so it was the Mountaineer connection? Was that what it was?
The Mountaineer energy. I like how they brought the Mountaineer
Fair enough.
energy.
That you know what? That makes sense.
I was with the ears.
So one ear, all ears. Okay, one ear, one sound. I got you. Fair enough. I didn't know that.
Like, I felt like they was like those kind of like our little cousins.
Oh, okay. What said App State the little homies? They the little cousins over there.
The energy they put out, I like what they were doing this year. Little cousin.
Are there any third or fourth teams we got to look out for?
Who else? Are there any other Mountaineers that we need to know of?
Somehow connection.
I was about to say, it's gonna be something like Super JUCO on the West Coast. They something Mountaineers. Like they the little homies too. We like them too.
Mountaineers all around the world. all around the world this year.
I was just so shocked. I'm just like, bro, what was TG's connection to App State? I'm like, bro, he is heavy on this App State energy, and I get that. I understand that everybody was talking about them. They took down A&M. They beating everybody all college game day Hail Marys. No, I get it. But this JMU we talking about, TG, you know we do this. TG. Now you a big college football head, right? When it comes top 25s, you understand what that looks like, and you know the Miami, the Canes, they're ranked, right? At least they were. I don't know if they will be going after what happened.
No,
but TG.
No, JMU should not be ranked.
TG. All I'm saying is, who was the team that just whooped up on Miami? That's Middle Tennessee State, correct?
Correct.
That's the exact same team that we put 40 on and realistically should have put 60. We took everybody out and chilled. That's all I'm saying. We opened up with them, and I called that game.
Y'all have beat y'all strength of schedule is strong right now. Y'all beat Middle Tennessee.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
You just took down App State,
and we agreed to a running clock versus Norfolk State in stadium. To give you context for our little in-between game. So I truly don't know. I think we're kind of good. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe everybody we've played just sucks. I'm not sure yet, but I'm looking around. I'm like, App State, they made a lot of noise these past couple weeks. Middle Tennessee has made a lot of noise this weekend. And the common denominator is, we victory formation both of those teams. No Hail Marys, no onside kicks, no, hey, Mother Teresa, please give us one.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not making a case for. We did receive votes though. This is the first time in program history as a full-time FBS.
Does WVU have a?
Did you just?
Because they definitely did that.
You tried to slow. You tried to put that in there real slick. I just heard you, TJ. Why you doing that, T? Come on, bro. Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that? You low key trying to be like, well, they did need that Mother Teresa. No, we did not. There was no. It was victory. We never called our onside kick team. We didn't say, here's team. Y'all ready? It never got to that. It was, hey, victory on one. That's what it was at with it. It was victory on one. Come on, bro. Come on. You know what that means.
Best formation in football.
Come on, bro. Come on now. And these are against, apparently really good teams. Apparently. That's what the people are saying. Win. I'm just trying to figure it out.
We got to give you that.
I'm just trying to figure it out. That's it, man. I'm just trying to figure it out. Win. Yeah.
We got to respect y'all around here.
Oh, okay.
Y'all give Pitt a good game right now.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yo, here you go.
Dude, he's just hating on the other side of the rankings. That's all.
You right. A Pitt rank, right?
Yeah.
Y'all got votes.
We got snubbed in that. I mean, we should be in the teens, but it's whatever.
What is Pitt's record?
We just keep winning. 3-1.
We're 3-1.
Dude, our only loss is against a top 10 team without our starting quarterback in the second half. We took them to overtime. I mean,
you would drop away from being like.
We ain't dropping anything.
Program. I hear you. No, I'm talking about. I hear you.
I'm almost saying is I'm liking what we've done so far to start this, venture into this FBS full-time participant,
I love
landscape.
To that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is fun because we're usually, in the words of Peasy, the super JUCO. We're the team that we beat up on everybody that we supposed to beat up on. We might play one big team a year and we have fun. But now we're really testing it out. We trying to see.
Do you feel like you're testing it out though?
We jump right in head first. Middle Tennessee State, they just beat number 25 Miami.
But is that one of those?
You tell me.
No.
You tell me.
Miami's young.
They ranked. Young. They still
they're
ranked.
Not the U yet. Because they're the U. They're not the U yet. That's not the U.
They took Texas A&M.
All I can do.
Recruits in there.
All we can control is who they put in front of us. TG.
I hear you.
Everybody loves App State. App State beat Texas A&M, who was ranked in the top 10. Everybody loved Texas. Are they overrated too? I thought they had the number one recruiting class as well.
Texas
so we can't even go there. They had the number one recruiting class as well. Remember, Nick Saban was mad with them. Nick Saban was like, yo, y'all cheating. Y'all buying these dudes, man. But either way, App State beat them.
They did.
App State, they've been doing some stuff. All I'm saying is we are the young cousins from around the way that nobody, we was living in the country, and now we done moved to the city. And we just trying to see, like, okay, are we nice or not?
Y'all for sure slayed a giant.
You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Sure.
That's all.
Y'all for sure slayed a giant. But y'all aren't.
See why you gotta go butt? Why you gotta butt us? Why you gotta do that? That's all.
Y'all not a giant yet.
We never said we were giants. We are just trying to figure this out. We've never been here before. This is new territory for us, so we can't act like we've been here before. So I'm just enjoying the fact that I can act like I haven't been here before because we got votes this week. I don't know if you know that. We got votes in the AP and in the coaches poll. First time in program history.
Are y'all better than Marshall?
Well, we're gonna see him. We see him. That's this
y'all
year.
See Marshall?
Yeah, we see him this year because people said, "Oh, we better than App State," and that was like the big, "Oh man, they gonna put 40 on you guys" and all that other stuff. TG, we spotted them 14. We fumbled twice within our own 20-yard line. We spotted them 14. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you. I seen you. They had you with the mask on and all that.
Come on, man. It was spooky season. You know, I had to show them what was up. You know that, T. Come on, man. It's certain ones. That was one of them ones that I ain't like the energy. When I seen every analyst pick App State.
I didn't hear y'all winning that.
Wow.
College game day, they picked App State for sure.
Everybody did. They didn't believe in this. God did. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I don't know if I'm drinking the Kool-Aid yet, though. I don't know if I believe it.
And that's fine. It's more Kool-Aid for us. We got the blue pack. Don't worry about it. We got that good flavor over here, man. We are not tripping.
I hear you.
We are not tripping.
I don't know if I believe it.
I'm trying to figure it out, too. Maybe Middle Tennessee suck. Maybe Miami suck. Maybe App State suck. Texas A&M suck. And all these other teams suck, too. We just controlling what we can control. Nameless gray faces. Just nameless gray faces, D. You understand it. You know, you catch the drift. We can't control who they line up in front of us. We could just do what we could do. That's it.
Here's you got.
So this is national championship year.
All I'm saying is we're just having fun. Technically, we're not even allowed to play in a bowl game because this is supposed to be our transition season, and we're not supposed to be playing a full 1A schedule. We're the first team. Yeah, we're the first team in pro. Yeah, this is the first time in NCAA history where a team has made the jump from 1AA to FBS and did a full FBS schedule year one, not the 2-year grace period. We're hopping right in this thing. So when I ask you, when I'm like, yo, I don't know how nice we are, I really don't know because we're technically not supposed to be playing at App State in the Middle Tennessee. We're not.
Right.
But we're just like, yo, line them up. We don't care. So yeah. And then we even return to our old stumping ground and say, yo, give us a Norfolk State. Listen, maybe we forgot what that looks like. And it was like, nah. It was like, nah, we still know what that looked like too. So we still good there. So I'm trying to figure it out. That's it. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out. You tell me though.
Marshall. There's Louisville. Coastal Carolina.
Here,
I'll go through the schedule.
All right, here we go.
Texas State. Mm-hmm. Are you an insider on Texas State at all, TJ?
Who they got? Texas State.
Are you an insider? Do you know about Texas State?
Texas State just got a new D coordinator.
Bro, why do you know about Texas State, bro? What is wrong with you, man?
They just got a new D coordinator.
Why do you know this? Ew.
Come on, I'm a football guy.
Texas State, bro. What is wrong with you, man?
Guy. You should win that. Y'all will win that.
Arkansas State on the road.
Arkansas State.
Yeah.
Arkansas State's a good team. Shout out JD McKenzie. That's a good program up there.
Oh, no, they straight.
Yeah, that's a good program. Don't sleep on that.
Arkansas State. No, I had a home. Who did I have? Alex Carrington. He came out with me, man. D lineman. So yeah, I'm familiar with Arkansas State. I'm familiar with them.
Don't sleep on that. That's a good program up there.
I'm with you.
You should win that. You should win that though.
Georgia Southern.
You saying we should be favored? Is that what you're telling me?
Georgia Southern's the one that's gonna steal it from you.
Those the ones? Okay.
That's the one that's gonna steal it.
That's the one.
That's right. That's right before Marshall.
So that's the one.
Crazy coach that be headbutting the players.
He is. So that's the one. That's the
one that's gonna get
Georgia
you
Southern's the one. All right.
I know. Who you got after that?
Marshall.
That's the big one. Marshall's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, Georgia
that's gonna be a real one.
You're gonna be looking at Marshall. You're gonna get stung right there.
Louisville after Marshall on the road.
And they should get you as well.
Okay.
Last three.
So time out. You like Louisville over App State?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I think App State.
Are you sure? I'm just trying to, because I feel like you're trying to hate. You trying to hate on JMU by discrediting App State. Don't you do that to App?
No, they jumped the young Texas A&M. They jumped them, and they got the Hail Mary. And they was hot.
Yo,
and it looked hot. It looked hot. I tell you, that's why you can't always.
They had game day there. Come on, bro. Game day.
They jumped Texas A&M. They did that. But that's a young Texas A&M. Yeah, they got game day off the Texas A&M when everything was hot.
Man. Here you go, man. Here you go.
They had the miracle happen, and then that's it.
He said they got the miracle happening.
The miracle happened.
Leave it to TG to just downplay all their stuff, all their little success. You the most downplaying this dude I know right now, TG. Oh my gosh! Who else we got on this list though? Who are the other potential victims?
Last three are Old Dominion.
Oh,
Georgia State.
Okay, you
Coastal
know ODU.
Carolina
You know what we got for ODU. Coastal, that's gonna be interesting.
Coastal's tough.
They're interesting.
Right.
Coastal's like App
though.
though.
What that is.
Coastal's just like App. Are they not?
Do they have a quarterback though?
App quarterback better than Coastal's? Maybe. I don't know.
Coastal will drop a quarterback in there and have a guy in there. I got to do my homework on that.
Don't live in your fears. You know we ain't living in our fears, man. Nameless great faces.
Coastal was good last year, though.
They've been
Coastal
good.
Was ranked last year.
App State was better, though.
Were they better than Coastal last year?
Yes.
Were they?
Yes.
This App State team's been building this for a few years, though. That was supposed to happen.
Because App State was like they did what we're following their model, essentially, because they made the jump before we did. But we literally, App State, JMU, and North Dakota State are all three were like the powerhouses at that same time. They just made the jump first. That's it. But yeah, man, they legit. They legit, man. We just happen to beat them. That's all. It's
y'all have a good year. Y'all have finished like 9-3.
Bro. You know,
8-3.
You know the funny thing, TG. When we first made the jump, we was kind of like, it's a transition year. We got to turn the roster over. If we're middle of the pack, we understand. But now you throwing 9 and 10 wins on us, man. I guess. I mean,
you'll be 8-3. And you can't. You're not allowed to go bowling.
No, not this year because technically I think it's 2 years we gotta wait because the transition
y'all
part.
Gotta hit the road.
Yeah, but that's cool. We stole some App State recruits. Just know that big recruiting weekend there. They all got exposed to JMU. We're gonna have a lot of people wearing purple. They gonna be wearing purple. I like that team. I like that team.
Transfer portal.
100%. You know that. Come on now. Look, our quarterback that's lighting it up. He's a transfer. Shout out to Colorado State, baby. Yeah.
Salute.
Yeah, man.
That transfer portal's a monster now.
It is, bro. It is.
They not even recruiting high school kids as hard. They going to
for portal. What? Give me the portal. For what?
Get a kid. That's what they doing.
Bro.
It's real. Real.
Give me a 20-year-old transfer over that 18-year-old freshman that don't know anything. Yeah. Come on, bro. Yeah. All right. Since
but sadly though, not last little nugget. Sadly, that's who JMU will be, though. I don't mean to say it like that.
No, you're right.
But
100%, you're right.
JMU will be a program. It almost will be. What's happening is these schools are turning almost into JUCOs. Like,
we'll be the feeder program to Alabama, to Ohio State, 100%.
To Alabama, to Ohio State. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
That's kind of how it'll be.
Because see, before we made the jump, that's what we were doing. That's what we kind of became at JMU. Yeah, we were getting all the bigger transfers coming to us, or just being able to take whatever. Now. Yeah, it's gonna be flipped a little bit, 100%, man.
You can get to a JMU and get to Maryland. You can get to
spend a year here, but as long as we win it, we'll make it work. You know that our past 4 quarterbacks have been 1-year rentals. If we being real about it, we stay with a transfer at quarterback. That's what we do.
Come to JMU and get right.
Come on, man. It's that simple. It's that simple. Have a little fun. Get your name out there. Get your name in the paper for a little bit. But now that I'm done, standing on my soapbox with my purple on and coming at you for hating on my Dukes, now we can get to the fun part. Now we can get to what I really needed to talk to you about, which is last time we talked, you said we should not push the panic button, but that Thursday night game needed to be a must win. That's what you said. You said don't push the panic button, but it's a must win. That's what you said.
Did I text you?
That's what you said. That's all I'm saying. And then you text me panic button, and I'm just wondering. I need some context, some clarity. I ain't deep. He said panic button, period. I didn't even respond with, are you pushing it? Is this the button? What's going on? All I simply said was, does Monday at 5:30 work for you? That's how I responded to it, okay? So can we get some clarity on this panic button? Are we pushing? Is the button pushed?
Time for KPA?
Did we open up the little case where the button is? Did we open up the case so our hand is like hovering it?
We haven't pushed it, but it's definitely.
we're looking at this button. We're looking at it now. So it's access. We have access to said button.
We're not panicking yet though.
Okay, but we've unlocked it though. It's ready.
What involves the panic button too? Like what moves are being made with the panic button?
What moves will you see get made from the panic button?
Yeah.
You'll see little subtle stuff like, I'm going to help with the play calling.
That's one of them.
Yeah, you'll see little subtle stuff like that. I'm gonna help with the play call. And we're gonna change.
Hey, Matt Cannon, I'm gonna call the situational ones. You take the rest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it just the
Are we gonna
third
change
down
a couple
ones.
formula plays?
Tomlin's calling the offensive stuff.
In the sense of some of the telltale signs for major changes, it starts like
Did
that.
this happen? Did this happen?
No, it has not started just yet. It hasn't, but that is how it starts.
Whoa.
Trust me, TG, you know that's how it starts. For a fact, and we've seen it at times. Come on now.
Put it into, we're gonna talk about some things. They gotta control the clock a little bit better, man. Like that defense is on the field way.
Bro, they playing a ton of snaps. The first 3 games been a ton of snaps.
Yeah, they on the field way too long. Like, and I understand that's what the model is for. Defense to hold up, but it's hard to hold up that long. Like that's a lot.
And that model was supposed to have TJ Watt as well.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Hightower's not playing bad though.
Oh, sorry, Highsmith. Yeah, I'm with you.
Sorry.
I'm with you.
I'm with you. Highsmith. He's not playing bad.
Nah.
You know, mama. He's not playing bad. People not playing bad in there. You know what I mean? And I think. I don't know. They're not playing bad in there.
So you're not gonna push that button though.
No, don't push that button yet.
When would you strongly consider it? Because right now we're sitting at 1-2. We obviously know we got the Jets coming into town. Zach Wilson or Joe Flacco, either way, on paper, should be a game that they still should be able to get out of.
Yeah. Must win.
So this is the must win. This is another
must win. Yes, must win.
I hate to ask what if they don't lose, but if the unlikely were to happen and they did take an L, now are you pushing the button? Are you putting your hand on the button?
Who do they have after that?
Bills at home. No, Bills on the road.
Bills on the road and then Tampa here, right?
Tampa at home.
Yeah.
On the road, Dolphins, Miami. Sunday Night Football. On
so
the
you
road
said
against the Eagles.
So the next 3 is Bills on the road, Bucks at home, on the road, Dolphins on the road.
Bills, Bucks, Dolphins.
And then Eagles after that.
Eagles then bye.
Yeah.
You said it's Bills, Bucks, Dolphins?
Yeah. Bills, Bucks, Dolphins, Eagles.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Mm-hmm. Going to Buffalo, going to Miami.
And then the bye week?
No. And go to Buffalo, they go to Miami, and they go to Philly. After Philly's the bye week. Then they got the Saints coming out of the bye.
That's when you'll see it happen.
So we ain't gonna push that button until after Philly?
I think. Let me not say the panic button. Like the panic button is hovering. It's not a panic button you'll see push. You'll see the big switch.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like when we say panic button, we talk.
You'll see the full panic button.
We talking the quarterback. We talking the quarterback switch. You know exactly what we talking about. Come on, baby. You know exactly what we talking about. That's the only switch.
He'll go into the Saints.
TG, are they fired? They're not gonna fire a coordinator in season. They don't fire coordinators unless you're doing something outlandish. Okay, and even when you're outlandish, they still are gonna let you go. Okay, they still. I mean, that's all I'm saying, man.
They scoring some points. They scored touchdowns. It's not like they're not scoring. So the Broncos up there not scoring. You know what I mean? Some people that's not scoring.
So are you feeling optimistic then about this offense?
Yeah, I'm just saying this offense is that look. I don't want to say worse, but it really is right now. You know. No. You look at that Broncos team. No, all respect, that looks bad right now. They came out of there with a win, but that looks bad right now. They don't look bad on offense. It's just not. It's not moving quite yet. That train's getting ready to run still. They still figuring it out. But you look at some stuff, they not doing bad. They getting better. You can see it getting better.
But not everybody acknowledges that, though. Most people are saying, or not most people, but what about the people that are saying they need it faster? They need wins. They need, this offense to pick it up now.
That's not what this is, though. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They made this decision. It sounds bad, but you made this decision last year. You know what I mean? When you brought 7 back for that last ride, you made the decision to live like this for a few minutes. You know, you feel that? Okay. When you made that decision, you made the decision to live like this for a few minutes. That's kind of how it is. You got to get through a couple of these growth pains, you know? They're getting through growth pains right now. They're getting better, though. You can see it getting better. Legitimately, you can see it getting better.
I mean, I've seen it. I've acknowledged it. But
we talked about on Friday.
Yeah, and some people do acknowledge it and see it. But there's
still
a strong faction that doesn't believe that he's the answer. They think that he's holding this team back. And if that's the case, that's what I'm trying to figure out. It's like, man, well, if they're holding him back, is that the only switch that makes sense? That it makes it, everything right?
Yeah. I think he's trying to figure out how to use his quarterbacks right now. He does a lot of boots, a lot of waggles. You watch his strategy. Like,
come on, bro. He lateral as heck. You know that.
Yeah,
he
moves
gonna
that quarterback a lot.
You. Yeah.
He moves him a lot. I think he's trying to figure out how to use him still. You know, like I get he's trying to base everything off the play action and whatnot, but he moves him a lot. Like he'll even move him on 3rd and 6s. You know. Like he's moving them,
which
a lot.
Which is different. Most times, it's like we get the longer distance. You want the guy sit back there, read this defense, make a play. Yeah.
So it's like right now, it's kind of like he's trying to just figure out. I think he's trying to figure out the flow of the game, like in the sense of how he wants to use this weapon. Like, so that's why even when people keep asking for the QB change, that's not going to speed anything up because then he's going to have to learn how to use that weapon. You know, because he's still trying to find the strengths and weaknesses of his whole unit. You can just see it. You can see it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know. He just does a lot of waggles. Like, I see him boot a lot. I don't know.
No, and especially this Browns game. That was like one of the big things in terms of pointing to some of the tangible changes that Matt Canada did with his play calling. You could see the intention or the intentional calls of, we're going to roll out to the right. We're going to roll wherever Miles is at. We're going to boot and play action away from him. All right, we're going to sprint out. It was almost like scheming up certain things for him. And then the other obvious intentional thing was we're going to take shots downfield. And I thought that was another thing
that's really moving away from Miles. That's how you seen that?
Some of it, yes. The other part of it, I do think that Canada has had more success with Mitch and even with Kenny when they've allowed them to move the pocket. He just hasn't been calling a ton of it, to my perspective, up until this Thursday night game where we really could see him point like, yo, he's calling a ton of these rollouts. Like all of us watching it just felt like, yo, it really stood out that week, you know?
Yeah. So he's trying to move the pocket. I don't know. To me, I just feel like I don't think it was running away from Miles. I just think that's his strategy. Like he's trying to move the pocket so much that he's trying to find the way to do it, if that makes sense. Like he's trying to find his strategy with this. I don't think he wants.
But do you still believe in him in terms of Canada?
Yeah, I don't think you cannot believe in him. It's only been a few games.
Okay.
You know, I think it's way too early to push that type of button.
Well, because you know it's still a sabotage crowd out here. You know, some people that feel like he sabotaged Sevens last year.
No. Yeah. Oh, man. No.
It's a lot of narratives that happen out here. I don't know if you realize that.
The decision to bring in Canada, that was part of it.
I mean, I think that's my thing. At some point, you know the future was coming.
Right.
Like, we know that was coming. So it's like you can't say stuff like that. Like, we got to get ready for the future. This is honestly, like we really just said, this is all the growth pains of making the decision to stick with 7 as long as you did stick with 7, you know?
So overall, what'd you think of Mitch? Because me and Moats both talked on Friday and thought he played pretty good. We talked about all the improvement.
I didn't think he played bad.
A big part of it too, and I don't know if it's getting talked about enough or not, because I'm not seeing too much on it, is Deontay Johnson dropped some really critical passes.
Yeah.
That would completely change
How'd
Trubisky's
you
stat
feel about
line
the
from
one,
like 200 to like maybe 270, 280 yards.
The big one obviously being the 3rd and 3, the one that hits him. I think he's I forgot who was the corner. It might have been Denzel Ward. They're kind of hand fighting, hits him in his chest, like pocket area, hand there. A catch we've seen people make before in terms of like your top-notch receivers, the guys that you believe are elite. How did you feel about that particular play?
I'm sorry. A catch that if you asking for your money, you got to make.
That's what I'm saying. It's like we've seen the guys that are worth that type of money. We see what they do in those scenarios. So part of me is, you catch me? Oh, or not. I about to say he was somebody. I was like, bro, I feel like he on the phone with somebody, man. We're gonna find out. TGB wilding, man.
He did say a catch you got to make if you're asking for the money, though.
He did say that.
So he heard what you were saying.
That's what I'm saying. He definitely said that. Let's see. I don't know what's going on with my man.
But I guess I'm not right, dude. I have not seen that much backlash toward like not saying like anyone should go out of their way and just bash him or anything, but like
and there's more so
all the blame's on Mitch and Canada. Yeah. I view it more as like Deontay's got to catch some of those balls.
Yeah,
and the defense didn't play good. I mean, it goes back to what we were saying Friday.
Yeah, you back?
You ain't like how I was talking.
No, I was spicy. No. I was on your team right there in the sense of when you said, if you looking for your money, that's a catch you gotta make. I'm with you. I've already passed on from you being the hater. Now you're back to locker mate, so it's all love. Before I called you, I told everybody in the chat. I told Deke, I said, yo, when I first make this call, it's gonna be different. I was like, usually, it's all love, it's all funny games, everybody talking how I can. I was like, this time, I got something I got to get off my chest when we first answered this call. So that was why I was there. But now we passed that, baby. So yeah, man. So
blocker, mate.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So we back good. Go Ears. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? Almost heaven. All right. But like you said, on a throw like that, if you're a guy that is asking to be paid like an elite receiver, that's a catch I think you got to make.
Yeah.
And if you make that, that does change it. I think it changes a lot in that particular game, in that particular setting right there, man.
Yeah, I don't think that was the decision maker of this game, though. But
No,
I
it definitely wasn't, though. No, it definitely wasn't. It was impactful, but it wasn't the end all be all.
Yeah, it wasn't the end all be all. But
we
I
gotta stop the run.
Agree.
You know that.
We can't. But I mean, I don't think he's playing bad. I think he's playing well right now. He hasn't been playing bad. It's just slow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a slow offense. It's a slow pace. Like I think they're trying to find a way to mix the mix. Because it's like you do got receivers out there. You got some big play receivers. You seen the catch. We all seen the catch.
Oh, yeah, it was freaky. That was special.
Yeah, that was special. You got some boys that can really go get it out there.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the same time, I believe the system is built to run the ball. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Run the ball, play action, move the quarterback, move the spot, do things like comebacks, stuff like that. So it's like I think they're trying to find a chemistry in there still.
Okay.
You agree?
No, I could definitely see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. I think they're just looking for their chemistry. They're looking for what's the pace, what's the movement, how we gonna make this thing work.
Okay, so you putting it more so on just needing more time then.
Yeah, give it some time.
For sure.
Remember Aaron Rodgers? What he was like 1-5 that 1 year.
No, absolutely.
Like,
yeah, then he picked it up. Heck yeah.
Relax. It's a long.
People was tripping on Mahomes last year, and they was like, "Bro, y'all got time. Relax, 100%." I just think it's a different level of trust that we give those guys. That's all.
So my question is this.
Yeah.
And to the people, what happens if the QB switch and he come in and don't do nothing? Like what?
Come on, man. They said that isn't going to happen. They said that's impossible to happen. I've said that. That's impossible to happen. That's what they've told me.
I think that's my, when I have the convo.
Very unlikely it happens. But no, I will give
very unlikely.
I will give that scenario at least a thought because it could. I mean, but that's my thing. I think it could go 50-50 because we could be missing out on something really good. We could be missing out on a spark in this offense, and Kenny Pickett doing really well. But
so if he come in there, and I don't wish bad on him at all, not at all. But I'm just saying, if he come in there and he look like per se a rookie, are you going to be asking for Mason or like what?
No, it's this guy's the future. The experience is valuable. The development, that type of stuff.
So it changes. It changes.
Does that change your expectations? Yeah, that's my question. Like, does it matter about wins and losses? Are you like we're trying to just get the future together? Like, does it change the expectation?
It's yes and no. It depends on when Pickett. It depends on when Pickett gets in.
So you're saying it because everybody was. I hear you. If you wanted the switch to happen per se right now, and he didn't just win off rip, what would be your reaction? Like what? I don't understand.
Wouldn't be thrilled.
Would you be calling for a switch back to Mitch?
No.
No. You calling for a switch to Mason?
No. You roll with the future.
Wow.
Go with the development. But I do think, up to this point, can we agree that Kenny could at least give us what Mitch has been doing?
I'm not willing to go there.
Now, Mitch did play better against
I'm not willing to go there, bro.
He played better against his Browns team. But at least those first 2 weeks. Now, I think Kenny can give us 200 yards, a rushing touchdown, though.
I'm not willing to go there just yet, bro.
I don't know.
I'm not willing to go there, bro.
I don't know. Maybe it's me. I don't think he's playing bad.
Yeah.
No, definitely not against the Browns. I'm with you, though, too. As much as I want Pickett, I'm acknowledging that Mitch played well, and I think he's earned more time.
Yeah, Pickett's a rookie.
Yeah, I don't agree. Do you agree with that logic, though, that in the sense of what Mitch has done these first 3 games, that Kenny could at least give you that? Do you believe that he could do that? I don't want to speak for you. Like I said, I spoke for myself, but I don't know. Do you feel like he could do that?
I'm not sure. I think he's a rookie. I don't know what you're going to get yet. Like, I think, it's different in the game. Like, it's different. So it's like, I think maybe it could go one of 2 ways. I just don't understand how the expectations and wins and losses changes if he comes in the game or not. when right now it's like being screamed for him. You know what I mean? In terms of wins and losses. But it's like if he comes in now, it doesn't matter anymore about wins and losses.
No.
I get what you're saying. No.
It doesn't matter. But at least I think what you got with Pickett is hope for a turnaround on a week in and week out basis. Whereas with Trubisky, we've gotten the sample size with him for 5 seasons, and now this is his 6th.
But not 5 here in Pittsburgh, though.
Sure.
Right. Never in Pittsburgh, though.
Nor with Matt Canada.
I don't think the expectations change. It's just
and
like you want to keep winning.
The sample size when that was a first-round pick at a point. Like, so you got to think the first year it was that pretty girl in the club, too, like we said.
Gotta love the pretty girl at the club.
No, I get what you're saying in terms of like keeping Trubisky and he's not playing back because I do think he definitely stepped up in that Browns game. But if it gets to a point where things start resorting back to like week 1 and week 2 and we're not getting more, because I even think in the Browns game, you're thinking in that fourth quarter, we still need more. We still need a little bit more. Like I know Mitch isn't losing these games, but you do kind of want a quarterback. Like, man, when push comes to shove, things aren't looking good. Can he get us that drive? And it's still not feeling that way with Mitch so far. Now,
but I don't think that's in the building yet. That's not in the building right now yet.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'm not.
TJ.
That's no disrespect.
TJ,
No. That's no shots. That's no shots. There's no disrespect. He gotta get to the point to be able to do that. Still though, you don't just come in.
You're saying
Pickett
is at least capable though.
Yeah, I think they're both more than capable. They're both first-round draft picks. But I think that just like Trubisky, I think Pickett would have to see that a couple of times. I think you got to feel that a couple of times. You know? I don't think you can jump on that. Like, I just don't think it works like that. You're looking for him to come in and be Brady.
No, but he can come in and be good though, and that's happened with a lot of rookie quarterbacks.
You're looking for him to come in and be Brady. Like that year, Garoppolo came in and went crazy.
Yeah,
and now people have turned on him.
Yeah,
you know, and he's the same, still very good quarterback.
He was like 4-1 or 5-0 or something like that up there in that time. Yeah, heck yeah, everybody was calling for it.
Yeah, like it just don't work like that out here. Like, and then it's like you'll turn on him. You know, like I think the long-term expectations for
people
the whole
definitely
situation.
turned on Jimmy G. You're right. Yeah, because I remember he was the big deal though coming out of from New England to go to San Fran. Yeah,
I think for the best situation of the team in the long term, and I'm not the head man, like he gets paid the big bucks to make the decision. But I think it's let him wait a little bit. Like let this thing keep cooking. You know, figure out this system a little bit, figure it out. I think the bye week's the sweet spot. I really do. Like if you want to make that move, you give him that 2-week notice. Go ahead and do what you gotta do.
2-week notice.
I give him a 2-week notice.
I'm just thinking with Pickett though. Not saying we're gonna see Brady or Rodgers or any of these dudes in their prime, but I think if you're automatically thinking that Pickett is gonna be worse than Trubisky, you're also not considering that, like, dude, there's been times where rookie quarterbacks come in and actually play really good under good scenarios.
I agree with you. I would love to see it. I agree with you. I think you'll see him at some point. You're gonna get we're gonna get all the answers. You're gonna see him at some point this year. I know you'll see him at some point this year.
The frustrating thing is I hope it's like not too late for the season as well.
But technically, you kind of already said that the season wouldn't matter because you said if he comes in and we're not winning, it more so focuses on his development.
No. Well, right. If you're saying he comes in, we go like 0-3 or 0-4 or something like that. Yeah, you're sitting there bummed for sure. This wasn't what I was expecting. And then you keep rolling with them though, because at that point you're going with the future.
What are you expecting
for this season, or just or quarterback play stuff?
What was your prediction though? You said you said 10
in the North. Yeah, 12-5.
You just want to win the North, 12-5.
Well, listen, we don't have TJ Watt right now, so that might cost us a loss or something. But no, I still think this team's good. I think they can make the playoffs.
I think it's a good team. I think he'll have a winning season. I think he'll make the playoffs. I think he'll sneak in there. That AFC North's dead. Lamar's balling. Lamar's going crazy right now up north.
He is. He definitely is.
He's going crazy.
Nah, he definitely is, man.
He's going crazy. Cleveland's tough. Cincy's trying to figure it out. It's all right.
Still feeling good, though. Still feeling good. All right. It's all right. So,
how about the Mirrors, man?
I'm still not seeing them on the receiving votes, though.
What you mean? They just beat Virginia Tech in a major game.
No. Facts. Y'all did. Salute y'all for that. Yeah. And I you know I was rooting for you guys because I can't stand Tech no how. You feel me?
Yeah, shout out them Ears.
Yeah, absolutely. I was in here. Go Ears. Go Ears. Absolutely.
That's a major one.
Absolutely.
Virginia Tech might give Pitt a tough game. Might beat them. I can see it.
Where's the game at?
I'm not sure. Do we even play Virginia Tech this year? I'd have to check.
If it's at Virginia Tech,
It's
if they
tough.
can get it.
It's toughest at Virginia Tech.
But they'll play y'all during the daytime. You know?
Yo, why you so...
Dude, we got Georgia Tech night game. They moved Georgia Tech to a night game this week.
Georgia Tech just fired their athletic director and their head coach, didn't they? Like,
well, there's got to be a reason they put us in prime time, and I don't think it's because of Georgia Tech.
That's at night? Is that at night?
8 o'clock game.
What?
This Saturday.
They couldn't swap it.
Oh, you know what? We do play Virginia Tech the week after. That's at home, too.
Oh, okay.
Holy hell.
Is that at night?
We got 3:30 right now.
I like V-Tech to win that.
It's in Pittsburgh. It's in Pittsburgh. It's in Pittsburgh at 3:30. It's in Pittsburgh.
Dude, no jokes. 5 of our first 6 games were at home this year.
It's tough to beat Pitt in the daytime. They ball in the day.
Tough at nighttime, too, right?
They're tough to beat in the daytime. I give y'all that. Y'all are tough.
What in the world, man?
You know what? They're tough to beat in the daytime.
It's Kirk Cousins during the day.
Come on.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins during the day.
He's tough in the day.
Yeah.
Kirk's the problem in the daytime.
Yeah. No, I can respect it. I can respect it.
I love it. I love it.
All right, so to finish it up then, just to make sure we all on the same page here. So you're not pushing this panic button. You're not switching out these quarterbacks.
No.
But you are acknowledging that the panic button is ready if need to be pressed.
It's around. This is a tough hump coming up.
For sure.
It's a tough hump.
So we're gonna learn a lot. Yeah, so we'll learn a lot in these next couple weeks then. Okay.
We're gonna ride this out. We'll see what happens. You might get a 2-week notice.
I like it then, bro.
This is the stretch.
I like it. And do we got any prediction for this weekend? Steelers Jets. We got a dub this weekend. How you feeling about this?
Yeah, I got the Steelers winning this weekend.
All right, then. Say no more then,
Steelers
bro.
Winning.
Let's
Steelers
get it.
winning.
Let's
14 has a big game this weekend. You see, I see 14.
We've been calling for it.
Okay.
This might be 14's week. If you got them in fantasy, play them. This might be the week of 14.
This the week then.
This the week. He gave you a little taste of something. They gonna feed them now. You know what time it is.
Okay.
You know what time it is. Screens and everything.
Okay. We're going to find out there. We're going to find out. Hey, but as always, you know I appreciate you, broski. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Locker mate. Keep it all real with me, baby. But yeah, man, hopefully all 3 of our programs win this weekend. But either way, go Dukes, go Ears. Hell to Pitt.
Hey, last little side note. I called that Bills upset last week, and I don't even think that was an upset, but I called that. So
I mean, if that's what you want to roll with, that's fine.
All my most
context definitely matters. That's all. Context matters. But you got it though. You got that one. Yeah, you got that one. You got that one. Yeah. All good. Hey, trust me, we ain't worried about that one. Trust me. They gonna spend the block. Yeah.
We need to do the picks of the week and see who get the most on the season. We need to start it up.
We need to.
We've been doing that.
All right, I need that. That was 45. But no, we'll make it happen then. We'll make it happen. We can definitely make that thing happen, man. 100%, baby. I appreciate you again, though, man. As always, broski, you already know what it is, man. My dog. All right, peace. Shout out to the homie, Terence Garvin, a.k.a. my locker mate, a.k.a. we're back on good terms now.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think back because we keep going back and forth with this Pickett stuff. Does the expectations change and whatnot?
Yeah.
I think it's more about we want to win and we think Pickett will give us a better chance to win, and it's just the risk you take.
Yeah, and I think all he was saying is once you've taken that risk and we see that it could potentially go positively, but just acknowledging that it could also go negatively. Sure. What's the plan after that?
I think that's the thing. He's supposed to be our future. Let's see what we got in him.
Yeah, because like I said, it hasn't been.
Let's get the development. Let's get the experience. Because all that stuff could impact year 2, year 3, as it did with someone like Joe Burrow, even Trevor Lawrence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's just one of the things where it's we always hear the switch from Mitch, as in, hey, once you make that switch, everything is perfect, without really giving thought or credence to the fact that, hey, if it doesn't work, does that mean we're technically punting on this season and we're going to just call it development for Kenny? Or is it a scenario where you're saying, okay, we'll switch back to this guy, switch back? That's the part that I think he was trying to get to. And that's something that I don't really deep dive into it, but it is funny because people really don't look at.
No, I like the conversation. Yeah. I think once you're mathematically out of it, then yeah, you're punting the season, but you're not until you get officially mathematically out of it. And I think that's one of the things with Pickett is if there are growing pains early on, you're expecting development because of just who he is. He was the first-round pick. He was considered the most pro-ready quarterback. Right. And what we've seen in preseason thus far, and this is what I keep saying, I know it's preseason, this and that. I just don't think the moment's going to be too big for him. I think he'll at least give us what Mitch has for the most part. At least that. And that's like, in my mind, the worst-case scenario.
See, and I think that's been my biggest difference with the people that are like pro Kenny starting now. I just personally don't think he's giving you what Mitch is going to give you these first couple of games like we've already seen from Mitch. And then to see Mitch take that next step in week 3, I just think Mitch is going to continue to keep getting better with time, with more football, because as I had talked about on the last show, he ain't played football in terms of 4 quarters of football in a while. You had to go back to Chicago time frame. So it was like, man, he's going to have Rusty as the knockoff. He's going to have his own version of growing pains, not just within Canada's offense, but just knocking off the rust from himself. So it's like, man, I'm over here like, yo, the longer you give him time, as long as we can stay afloat, which we've done thus far through 3 weeks, we're sitting at 1-2, can make a case that we should be 2-1.
3-0.
But see, to me, I said the Browns, I thought that they did get it. I thought the Patriots one, we should have got out of there. Yeah. But I was like, I get the Browns one. So that's why I was like 2-1. But either way, I'm like, if that's where I'm at, worst case right now is at 1-2, and at least I saw a step of progress even on a short week. To me, that's why I'm like, man, I don't want to cut that at any time. I want to let that keep playing out, because as long as, like you said, we're not mathematically eliminated, why would I do something to just shift the whole hierarchy of my team, of my offense, of Matt Canada, when we're still trying to figure out if he's even competent?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like been my stance with this thing where we're rolling. I get, for those that just swear up and down that Kenny's better, I just don't have that type of faith in him just yet. But that could be the biggest difference between why you might feel like he gives you the best versus for me, I'm kind of like, no, I don't want to go there just yet, because I don't necessarily believe that Kenny just comes in and bare minimum is what Mitch Trubisky is right now.
Yeah, so I guess it's a couple things. So I'm basically on the whole just week by week. Let's take it week by week. I think Trubisky, after that week 3, he's earned more time. And I said that back to Friday. Let's see how it looks against the Jets. If he just comes out here and lays an egg, we're 1-3. Oh, it's like, all right, I think we really, really got to start considering this. But for sure, no, it comes out, we're 2-2. Okay, maybe what if we split the Bills-Bucks? Mitch is still looking good. Like, I'm just on this week by week thing. But I mean, and then obviously if we come out and win, then you win the next 2 or 3, whatever it is. Then still roll with what's working. If Mitch is still playing good out there, because there could even be a scenario like, what if in the Bills or Bucks game, like we lose, but Mitch balls out? He's not the problem. A lot, But what if it is the whole defensive thing? Right. We're close, defense, and
we can't match, we can't keep up. That's a different conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just on the whole week by week thing with it. I would have liked to seen Pickett from the start, but that's not the case. You have the locker room at play with these decisions as well. So right now, with where we're sitting, I think we're fine with going with Mitch in week 4.
No, for sure. So like I said, for me, man, I never had that strong stance on any of these dudes. And we talked about this even during the offseason. When you were like, all right, I'm going to plant my flag with this guy. All right, now it's this guy. I was like, I never felt like any of them was that different from the other. So, like, I don't even get to have, like, the biasness that I would want, in a sense, to be like, yo, like, Haskins was my bias guy. Unfortunately, I don't have him anymore. So I was like, I really don't have anyone where I could just be like, oh, no, I just think he's better because. So that's why I'm just kind of like, until I actually see why in stadium, like, I'm not big on making them type of moves like that. But either way, that was a good combo.
Yeah, because I think the other thing is, even with Mitch improving, it's just that thought of, okay, if you think Kenny's better, if you think he can read the field better.
If you think that, then
it's
got
the factor. He could be worth an additional touchdown in a game.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, even with all the stuff that happened on offense where we got that bullshit call, Deontay had the drop, it's like if you're Mahomes or Burrow, any of these dudes, that stuff doesn't make or break your offense.
Whereas for us right now, it does.
You're pointing at these individual plays where it's like, oh, it's just 3rd and 15. Oh, one of these dudes are going to get it anyway. Like Burrow, Mahomes, their offense, they could get a 3rd and 15 like it's nothing. Like Ben with the killer bees.
Right.
We get in a bind or something, it's 3rd and 19. Whatever.
Everybody will make it happen.
We'll get it back. Whereas, like, it does feel like the offense right now is relying on these make
Staying
or break
on schedule.
plays,
Yeah.
which you still have to make. But when it goes wrong, we're looking for that bounce back that it doesn't feel like we're getting from Mitch right now. And if you think Pickett can do it, that's another reason. Like in the back of my mind, it's like, man, if Pickett can win in maybe some of these margins, like when something's not going right, if we could somehow get back on schedule, you think Pickett's that type of quarterback to do it, and that's why I would like to see him as well.
Yeah.
But week by week, Mitch improved. If he improves again against the Jets, like, all right, stick with him. Yeah. Stick with him till otherwise, because we'll be sitting at 2-2, and then we do have a tough part of the schedule coming up.
Yeah. I'm with it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm with it. All right, so let's see. It's 6:24. Still got some supers in here, so let's clear
this might be on you.
Yeah, I feel like it will be low key. Yeah. All right, so
Isaiah Aguilar.
So this is the plan. We're gonna go through the supers with a little bit more pace because I still do want to open up the phone lines, but it is like 6:25. I just noticed that. So make sure that we get
a place to be.
Yeah, and I got a long day tomorrow, so I can't be out, all night tonight partying with you and be gone all day tomorrow, Deke. You know what I'm saying? It's balance to this thing. All right, so the goal is by 35, we're done with the supers. Open up the phone lines from 35 to 45. Then after that, I'm done by 50 at the absolute latest. Okay? That's the plan.
Sure.
All right. But it don't got to go to 50. Okay? If we can get it done faster than that, we better. Okay? But anywho, Crystal Privet, she says, Najee was in New York at the Basquiat. Official got facts. Now,
so is Najee with Claypool?
I don't know. It ain't adding up right now, man. It ain't adding up. But you know what? That seems like a legitimate source. We should start that rumor. Shout out to Crystal. I like her energy right now. Bronson Mercer says, I'm driving to Pittsburgh from Toronto for the Jets game, for my first live game. Will you guys be there? Love the show. I'll be down there at the beginning portion, doing some of the pregame interview stuff. So mine's always like 11:30, right next to the team store inside the stadium, the Great Hall. I always host an interview there with a Steelers alumni, legend, whoever. But that's always there, free. But you just got to have a ticket to get actually into the stadium. That's where the easiest spot I'll probably say for you to link up with me potentially. Deke, what you got in these streets, man? Because I know you be.
I'll be down at the tailgate probably. I don't think I have anything going on Sunday. I'll be tailgating, and I'll be there. I'll be around.
All right. So it ain't hard to find Deke. Deke is the man of the people. So wherever you see the crowd, that's where my man Deke will be at. All right. Nick Jolliffe says TJ is the MVP. Just look at our record without him. You bring up a good point there because we do happen to struggle mightily right now. I think we are 0-5-1.
I saw something that said 0-6.
It might be 0-6. Yeah, it might be 0-6-1 then. I thought we had one tie.
We got a tie.
Yeah, we had the tie. I thought we did, right?
We might.
Yeah. Because it was the Lions game he didn't play in last year.
Was he not playing?
Yeah, he didn't play in the Lions game last year.
Okay. That makes sense then.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. But
I was going to say the only other tie was that Browns game back in 2018, but I think he was in that game. That was his first game, actually.
That was. Yeah.
Was that his rookie year?
Mm-hmm. No, that was the second year.
Second year. 2017.
Yeah, because 17 was his rookie year with me. Yeah, 18 because I remember I was in AZ watching that game. Yeah.
I think he got a lot of sacks that game.
No, he had 3.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, he always cooks for
Cleveland. Yeah, he ended up having like 12 sacks on the season.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the TJ that we know now, but
right, because that was
you could see
that was the version of TJ where it was like he gonna have 3 sacks, then he was like gonna be quiet for a little bit, then have another big game. Because I think it was like quiet. Then the Falcons game he came back on 3 sack performance. Like that was that version, but this version we love this version. All right, Sean McCartney says all the wild card talk makes me believe this season is over. I'm already looking at top draft prospects. No, we in the conversation for all of it right now. We just giving out full context. That's all. But yeah, man.
Season ain't over.
Yeah, the season's long way from being over.
Dude, Bucks. I mean, I know this is gonna be a tough part of our schedule, but man. Bucks look very limited right now.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like
Bills, they just lost to the Dolphins,
and they're still very not healthy. That's the big part. Like you're not gonna be facing regular Bills, and that's why I was laughing with TG because I'm like, that's banged up Bills team. There's a difference, but. Yeah.
Eagles, no joke. They're a good team, but
maybe they
that type of rivalry, one of those you just throw out the record sometimes.
Absolutely, man.
Now it is on the road. We do struggle on the road over there.
We do.
For whatever reason.
I don't know either, but we do. Personal experiences.
And then going back to the Dolphins, like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
3-0 now, but like you said, it wouldn't be the wrong thing to sell.
Yeah.
Sell that stock. And
I don't
Saints, man, they're looking up. Like, those are the next 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
Like,
like I said,
we can at least be 500. We can maybe even have a game above 500.
I don't
Get TJ back.
I don't think it's out of this world. But at the same time, I can see us struggling. But I don't think it's out of this world if we did go out there and win them either. Like, yeah.
Offense keep improving. Defense, they've been doing, I think, the best that they can without TJ. Like,
all things considered,
it wasn't a terrible performance against the Browns.
All things considered, man. Absolutely. All right. Samurai Finn, he says, I actually don't think Mitch is that bad. But it's still depressing as heck that we're going into a game against the Jets with the worst starting quarterback.
I don't know about that.
Dang,
Actually,
I like Mitch over Flacco right now.
I like Mitch over Wilson, too.
Especially Wilson come back from a knee injury.
Yeah.
I like that version.
Wilson didn't do anything crazy last year in his rookie year.
But he had a major offseason. He had big gains
he
this
did.
offseason.
I get it. I get why people believe in him a little bit
why
more.
Why wouldn't you, man? You know? Certain people just got it like that.
But no, Mitch coming off that Browns game, no, I'd take him over those two guys.
Okay. Isaiah Aguilar. Mitch averages 6.7 yards per play, 28th among starting quarterbacks. Mitch has 559 yards, 27th in league. 2 touchdowns, 27th in league. Moats, come on, LOL for real, bro. That's awful. He also says Mitch is bottom 5, but Kenny can't do that. LOL. Wow. Well, that's your opinion.
I'm caught up on the super chat.
All right. Oh, you got it. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I understand that's your opinion, man. That's fine.
Yeah, I think it kind of goes to the thought of just, hey, I think Pickett could at least do that.
Yeah. Like I said, these are all opinions until we actually see it.
But if Mitch keeps doing what he did against the Browns, then I wouldn't really consider him a bottom 5 quarterback because I don't think that was a bottom 5 performance last week amongst all the other quarterbacks in the league.
But if you only want to pull up stats and not talk context, you can make an argument based on what Isaiah Aguilar just did. So that's fine. That's why I say it's like an opinion thing. If that's, what you want to go with it. I ain't gonna tell you not to think that. Go with it.
The first 3 weeks just all added up. Yeah. But yeah, I think you got to include
context matters though.
He's improving a little bit, and if he keeps improving, I don't think he'd be considered bottom 5. No, keep doing what you're doing. Browns game, improve upon that. Yeah, you could be in that top 20 range potentially.
Absolutely, baby. Absolutely.
James J. Jeffers. Moats, when did Steeler fans get so soft? 1933/6 Super Bowls.
Hey, man. I don't know what you're referring to, though.
I would love to know.
I was going to say, I was wondering, was it the when we talked about switching to the quarterbacks, and would you still be focused on like winning or not?
I'm always focused on winning.
Yeah.
It's just I do think you
That's
have to
like
understand
I can think of, though.
This is for development and experience as well. This could be really invaluable for Pickett's development for the next 2 or 3 years. Like, does Joe Burrow get to the Super Bowl in year 2 without being out there as a rookie? Even though he did get jacked up, the ACL, but I think that does go hand in hand with there is something to overcoming adversity, seeing what you got. When you were talking about Herbert, like it's impressive overcoming injuries and when your team's not as good around you and that type of stuff. I just feel like if you got it, you got it. No matter what is coming your way, no matter how bad a rookie season is, if you got it, you're going to bounce back next year. You're going to just keep getting better and use that as experience.
And eventually we will get a chance to find out if he has it or not. Trust me, nobody is over here saying that we don't ever want to find that out. That's not the context. Nah.
Let's go, UW. First time since 2001 the Steelers have gone its first 3 games without a wide receiver catching a touchdown. How about that's that? Took until game 4 that year with the guys we have. That's just unacceptable.
Yeah, I would agree.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of it. So what did we have? We had Muth in game 2. Najee, game 1.
And then Mitch scored in game 3.
He had the running one. Yeah.
Not saying that ain't got to be better. That ain't what we saying.
Yeah. Interesting stat, though. Steeler Nation on fire. TikTok, Matt Canada's time is running out.
Oh, no. Oh, he ain't do like dancing TikTok. He had like the clock's ticking TikTok. Yeah, I was nervous. I was like, please don't tell me he's up there. I was like, yo, please don't tell me Matt Canada's over here TikToking. Please don't tell me that.
Hannibal 090. Moats, when TJ comes back, should he consider switching sides with Highsmith? Some to avoid injuring that same pec muscle. Is the injury a usage issue? ? He reaches a lot, especially when they hold him.
No, man, you bring up a good idea. Yeah, on paper, that would make a lot of sense because it would protect him. But if I remember correctly, I want to say it was his left. It's his left pec, right?
I can't
remember. Yeah, whichever.
I honestly can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember which one it was either. But as long as it's not the inside hand, because that's the one obviously he'll be sticking with and stuff like that, you would, in theory, think to do something like that. But when you put TJ Watt back out there, I think that, you're kind of saying that, hey, man, he's good to go. And you're going to put him back out there like normal TJ Watt, not necessarily saying play him on that side, snap count him, try to protect him. I think whenever they put TJ Watt back out there this year, they're going to have him playing his normal side. He's going to play what he wants to play. Is it a usage thing? It can be, in the sense that you can definitely make it worse if you go out there and do similar things, which is my biggest reason of why I keep saying time. Don't rush him back, because I know what it feels like personally. I know that's not necessarily popular because we all love TJ and we want him out there because he helps us win. But in terms of just him being closer to being who he is, snap in and snap out, the longer he takes to come back, the better in that vein. But yeah, I don't think the team is going to switch sides with him, though, to protect him in that stance. I think that whenever they decide that he's ready to go back out there, they just going to let him have it, man. Yeah. But like I said, I don't remember. If it was on the left side, though, they probably wouldn't need to switch because his right hand is always going to be that one that's sticking first off anyways. He's still going to use his left, but it's not going to be as frequently as if he was playing on the right side with the left being the inside, because that's his hand that he would need to control the blocks with.
All right, Steeler Nation on fire. Does TJ get 20+ when he gets back from injury?
I wouldn't put it past him. This is TJ Watt we're talking about. He did tie the sack record in 2.5 less games.
It was on an incredible pace.
Oh, 100% he was. You know that.
Steeler Nation on fire again says, Moats, tell Deke to stop trying to get AB back here.
What happened?
Well, that was my first takeaway from, what game was that? It wasn't this Browns one. No, it actually was. Yeah, after that Browns game, I said, hey, you know what? You know what would definitely improve the offense right now?
Uh-huh.
Bring back Big Ben and AB.
Okay. All right.
And people weren't having it. But I said, you know what? We still have cap space.
Uh-huh.
Big Ben's out there on social media right now. AB's on social media, so they can get the message if we tag them enough. Like, hey,
yeah,
do one for the city here. Let's run it back.
We
need you guys. $5 million contracts apiece. Let's get this done the right way.
They ain't feeling it?
Well, no one really tagged them that much. We need more tags. We need more at Big Ben 7
You're not worried
Twitter
about
accounts.
AB messing up the hierarchy of that room, though? I mean, come on, man.
Listen, dude, we get Big Ben in there, it'll work.
It'll work. It'll just work.
Yeah, AB, he seems to be a lot about the content these days. That would be amazing content.
Oh, it would. It would be 100%
Come back
content.
with Ben to the Steelers, rewrite this season.
Yes.
Get it back on track.
Especially after how everything went. Oh, yes. It would be insanely popular content. Yes.
So that's the pitch. And Ben seems like he still wanted to come back.
And he's into the content business as well now.
You got your guy, AB.
Come on, man.
Come on, AB with Pickens.
Wi-Fi
with
always lit. With his Wi-Fi lit.
Claypool,
you know that?
just go 4 wide every time.
Come on, man.
See, I don't want to leave Frymouth out of it. But, we can have an amazing rotation of skill players out there now.
Yeah.
No one should be tired at all.
Fair enough.
One, we got Claypool, Frymouth, Pickens, Deontay, Najee as a running back. Next, you got to get... Who am I missing? I don't even know. But you could have a rotation of like 6 skill guys out there. Have 5 on the field at one time and then just start rotating. That could be awesome. Philip Hopkins. Steelers went 8-8 with Duck and Mason after starting 1-4. I stand by 11-6 with playoff spot, whether it's Mitch or Pickett, until proven otherwise.
I like it.
Yeah. No, that's a great point. I mean, even last year, what were we, 1-3 after the Packers lost?
And then we turned it around.
Turned around, 9-7-1. Honestly, should have been at least like 10-7 because we lost games in pretty dramatic negative fashion.
No.
We came back, Vikings game, Chargers game, Lions, we tied. We could have won those games. Now I get it. We won some close ones too. But that should have at least been like a 10-7 season. And that was after the rough start. We did have Ben, though.
How much of a difference do we feel right now, quarterback?
We'd be 3-0 with 7. I know that.
We're going to say that. Now I'm just going to leave
it. We'd be 3-0.
I figured you would say that. That's why I figured you would say that.
We'd be 2-0 after the first 2 weeks. And I do feel like if Ben's in there, we win that week 3 game, too.
Fair enough. Dude
owns the Browns. And it goes back to what I was talking about and finding ways in winning moments, not letting one little mistake just kill the drive. Yeah. Ben will find a way.
I can dig it. All right, so before we transition and open up the phone lines, I did see people tweeting this, and I actually did get a chance to confirm it. Myles Garrett was in a car accident, man. non-life-threatening injuries. That's what they said, but they did take him to the hospital to check him out. But yeah, apparently he got into a non-life-threatening single vehicle crash. Yeah, man. So definitely, wanted to acknowledge that, man. I saw it put up on the screen too up there. I was like trying to read it. I was like, I couldn't see enough of it. But yeah, man. So, definitely got our prayers up for him, man. Regardless of who he plays for, life matters always, man. So, definitely hope he has a speedy recovery for whatever he is dealing with, and hopefully nobody else was injured as well. But from what I briefly saw, it looks like it was just him. So
that sucks.
Yeah.
Steeler Nation on fire. Does TJ come back against the Bucs? I hope so.
That's like in 3 weeks.
Is that the day he's eligible to come back off that IR?
Bro, y'all wildin'. But I like it though. I like it. All right.
You can't deny you'd be pumped. I know it'd be a little bit tough with that injury timeline. Is he coming back too soon? But oh man, TJ against Brady.
That is funny.
We're gonna need it. Home game.
That is funny. I say we wait on him. That's all I'm saying. All right. Well, it is 6:40 right now. All right. So do want to give y'all some time on this calls. So let's get that rolling real quick. And let's go UW. I did see you just pull up. He says, so we want to talk about how bad Witherspoon has been playing. What's the concern there? We're not going to rush the gun on that, man. You got to wait for that content. That one isn't today, all right? We're going to get to that one, though, all right?
Talking about on Thursday or
Wednesday. On Wednesday. Trust me. That's on the docket. We're not there just yet, all right? Are we live? We plugged in and everything?
You ready?
Yeah. Let's get us right, man, because I do want to open up the phone lines to the people in the chat, though, man, because I need to know if y'all were the decision makers, if y'all were going to be the ones deciding, who to start at quarterback. More importantly, versus the Jets team, who would you put out there? And then you also got to let us know which quarterback you support and then why. So we're going to need all that from you. But the digits to dial are 412-346-6955. All right. Now, this person calling in fast, I hope they got the answers to what we are looking for. Who we on the hotline with, man? Talk to me. Hello?
Hello.
All right. Official momentum. That's you, right?
What's going on, gentlemen? How y'all feeling?
Man, we are well. So I just want to give you the heads up. We on a time limit today, all right? So
I got you.
All right, I'm about to say, just letting you know, because we got like 9 minutes, because I do got a hard 50 stop. Hard 50, all right?
That's fine. We'll do stories like weeks down the road, but let's talk about
for sure.
They ain't going away.
Scenarios are with the last few weeks.
Yeah, for sure. But we're going to wrap. But I need to know, though, baby, how you feeling about, the quarterback situation going into this Jets game, man? Who would you roll with and why?
I'll be real with you, man. I don't think it's that bad for real. It's the first 3 weeks, man. Like, we still got a boatload of games to worry about. It's tough. We don't know TJ Watt's timeline or if it's going to benefit if he comes back. Dolphins, Saints game, who knows? We gotta put these things together and finish it 100% completely.
Okay.
So
I do like that though.
What?
That he does kind of believe in Mitch in a sense. That's what it sounded like, right?
Mitch is improving.
That's what
in that Browns game.
That's what you said. That's what. I'm not putting words in your mouth though, right?
Hey, Deke, I'm not opposed to bringing back Ben or.
Lord! Here you.
Would that be your first option if you were the GM?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, don't just limit your GM duties to what's being asked here. You think outside the box. Bring back Ben and AB. That's a good call.
If we can't make that plan, we got to keep trying to help Mitch, meet his full potential. And if that's the case, if somehow we bring Ben back, we gotta give a sweepstakes to anybody who wants Mason.
Fair enough.
So Trubisky goes to backup.
Yeah, I think it was. If it came down to it, I think the GOAT Ben would be 1, Pickett be 2, and then Mitch would be 3.
That works.
So we done brought Ben back. All right. Hey, that's all good. But I do want to get some more people, though, to just kind of get their thoughts on it as well. So, Official Momentum, we appreciate the heck out of you, man. And we're going to definitely do this again because I need some stories from you. I just ain't got it today. But we're going to get some of them stories, all right, baby?
Hey, all right.
You already know, man.
Guys, let's ride.
Let's. Right, baby. I'll
All
talk
right,
to
y'all be easy, man.
No doubt. Jeez. Let's get it, man.
He didn't say what nation he was a part of, though.
Because he definitely called for Mitch. He said he's rolling with Mitch. He thinks he's been fine. I like that, though, but he did give us the nation. All right, we got another call coming in. Talk to me. Who we on the hotline with? Hello? You got me? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Or not? All right. Maybe they lost it. All right, phone
Wasn't
lines are
meant to
still
be.
open. 4-1. Oh, here we go. All right. Hello.
Yo.
Can you hear me? Bro, I'm not hearing anything. Do you? Hello?
Something. Hello. Are we getting something?
I don't know, bro. I can't hear him at all.
I'm not hearing anything either.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nothing. That is weird, bro. All right. I mean, plug it.
Are these guys in TG's area?
There we go. We got a call.
Something.
Hello. Who am I on the hotline with, baby?
Hey, what's up, fella? This is the Bro Baron.
There we go.
What's
Talk
the
to
word?
me, the Bro Barian, man. How we living, man? How you feeling about this Jets game? And more importantly, who you like at quarterback, baby?
Hey, well, here's the deal. You know, I believe in keeping the process running. I want to keep with old boy. I don't think Mitch did anything bad to really freaking have him lose his job.
Okay.
Keep it out there. You know what I'm saying? Biggest thing is if we make a change, we'll never know, right? And I don't know if I could say, hey, if I was behind that offensive line, am I confident enough to know that if Kenny gets out there, he won't get hurt? I like the fact that
That is still Mitch
that
being out there
Trubisky's a
behind
veteran.
it.
He can get away from all that. Huh?
No. So you're saying because of the veteran part of it, you do like that part for Mitch versus just throwing Kenny out there as a young guy.
Yeah, because if you look at the 49ers, if you look at the other rookie quarterbacks, whatever, I would say I don't want that kid getting hurt because I just want that. It's look at it like a castle. I don't want that situation to break down and he's going to be a result of it, right? Until they get that thing seasoned, have a veteran out there doing the job. But if he gets to a point he just plain old stinks, I don't know what they're going to do but put him out there. But, hey, we got Mason too now. So I'd rather him out there with a strong front that he can work behind because I want him to have time to think like he does. I want him to be able to do the stuff he's supposed to that he's been doing for years, but I want to underline that he can have confidence in. Besides, I want us to start running the ball. That's going to make Trubisky do better anyway when our running game gets opened up.
No, you bring up
Our offensive line can't open up a hole. Our offensive line can't even open up a hole for 80 yards at a consistent basis, much less 100. So until we get to a point where the offensive line could do that kind of stuff, I don't want a rookie back there.
Okay, so you're so how long?
So what do y'all say?
No, well, I'm trying to think through what you just said right there. So how long? What's your timeline?
Say what?
What's your timeline of making the serious decision of that
So I
switch
lost
then?
you. So you might be saying, how long would it take for us to get to that point?
Right.
We would tell when we start seeing these guys actually doing what they're supposed to at a consistent basis. Or how about this? At a high percentage basis where they're actually opening up holes, making blocks, doing protection correctly. It might not be till next season, but if they're on their way of doing so, I'd be happy with that.
So do you have kind of the similar mindset as me? Is just like week to week?
Y'all feel me?
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. Can you hear us?
I don't know if he can hear us. You hear us? Barbarian, you there?
Oh, I lost you guys. No way.
Dang. All right, man. Yeah, it looks like the phone lines is tripping today, man. I don't know. I don't know why the phone lines is tripping today, bro. They're tripping today, man. But either way, we did get the gist of what he was saying, though. Shout out to the bro.
Yeah,
as well,
it's basically saying like, all right, if we're seeing improvements across the board and the quarterback play is still not up to par with what we need to see, then yeah, it's time to make that switch. Yeah. And I guess that could happen at any point. That's what I was trying to ask him. Is that week by week? Because we could see some major. What if we see major improvements across the board?
And how would you adjust to that? Like, would it speed you up or slow you? I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Right. It could happen at any point. Could it happen in 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Is it more like a 4 or 5 week thing? Could it happen next week?
Yeah, because to wait till next season, that might be a little bit of an extreme for me.
He just wants to see the O-line doing their jobs, the running game's on point. If we're still like getting some lackluster quarterback player, just the thought of, man, what if Pickett was in?
Right.
Could we get some more?
Yeah.
Then, yeah, and I guess that could be at any point, really.
Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't want to wait that long or be waiting on
the offensive line is improving.
Yeah.
Najee's been improving too.
Yeah. But I definitely can understand what he was saying, though, man. Alrighty. So, with that being said, though, man, I don't think we have anything else that just popped up.
No.
All right, I'm going to get rid of that. hit them where we hit them, baby. Because, you know, we spinning the block and we getting y'all right on Wednesday. You don't want to miss that show. But either way, man, we appreciate the heck out of all y'all, man. Stay safe out there, man. Hope you had a great weekend and a great start to your work week with it being Monday. And either way, appreciate you. And until next time, baby.
Peace.